Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Show number 580.
That's right. Show number 580 of A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
Tom.
Hello, Sam, our producer extraordinaire.
Hello.
I like your flower crown.
Thank you.
That is very, very nice.
I'm channeling Lana Del Rey.
Yeah, you got to take that back from old Baskins. She's kind of stolen it as her.
She has.
That's why when you came in this morning, I said, "Hey, you cool cat and kitten."
Oh, okay.
That's why I said it. But yeah, she's kind of stolen the flower crown. Butler is here. Hello, Butler.
Hello.
Hey, it's showtime, everybody.
Yep. We got some new charity masks up at tomandan.com.
We're also working on some other masks.
Yeah.
Gas masks.
It looks like
Fart gas mask.
it'll be in masks for a while.
Hey, I saw a fart gas mask.
I did too. I saw a lot more than a mask.
Yeah. Samantha and
Saw
I,
more of the fart than the gas
Yeah,
mask.
Samantha and I, so for those of you that follow the show, we had her in here. We call her, and we don't mean any disrespect when we say this, but we call her Fart Gas Mask. She came in when we did the Seth Petrozelli dating game, and damned if I didn't open up my Twitter. And a particular person, I'm not going to say who it is because it's her business, and she didn't share it yet. I checked. She didn't share it yet.
But she was tagged in it.
She was tagged in it,
on
but
Twitter, so
she is
aware.
getting railed by, I guess he was a skateboarder, now turned porn star.
Yeah.
And she is getting it full bore from behind.
You can see your balloon knot.
Yeah, you can see her butthole.
Come on.
You can see it. And there's white around it, which means that some of the
Bleached.
juice.
Come on.
No, I thought it was from some of the juice. Because
Could have been juice.
Because the juice always,
Gets loose.
Yeah, the juice does get loose. Tom hates
That
talking
man
about the
needs
juice.
to shave his bush, though.
Hey, I didn't get frogged last night. I tried to get frogged.
Oh.
No
Frog
frogging.
fail.
No. But I did get it so wet that I had to change positions because I went in for the double eat. I ate it and made her
Went for
come,
seconds?
and I ate it again and made her come.
Too far.
Why?
That's,
It's a healthy
everybody
sexual
hear this.
relationship. Welcome to the show, everybody. Get everything done, and we do have a guest on the line.
Yeah.
Get our stuff out of the way here.
Yeah, we got some new stuff on tomandan.com in the merch section, and we are getting new BDM hats. I know Eric.
Some sold out.
Yeah, designed
fine.
some, and so we're gonna have a lot more merch. We're kind of streamlining the merch.
I see what you did there. We're in the Streamline Studios.
Speaking of that, if you want to refi, I just refied right now. The rates are ridiculous.
Just now.
This week.
Just now.
It's,
literally just now.
I think I signed the last piece of paperwork this week. All I have to do is everything can be done over the phone.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Well, not everything. I had to sign some paperwork. You and I are starting a new business that I don't know if you want to talk about, our hot dog cart. But I went and signed the paperwork, and guess who's dipping their big toes into being big-time, big-dick restaurateurs? Old Tom and Dan.
Anyway, Streamline Mortgage Solution.
Yes, sir.
If you want to refi and get a cash out refi.
Is he on line one?
He is on line one.
Line one. On line one is the personal artist of Tom and Dan. It is our good friend, Eric. Say his last name, Tom?
Boom.
Pabon.
Oh, he dropped the pud. Now it's just boom.
Yeah, it's Eric Pabon. What's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing?
Good. I wanted to just give him a plug up front while we're doing the getting the announcements done for all of the listeners. But Eric is up for, what is the actual category that you're up for?
I am up for Best Visual Artist for the Orlando Weekly thing, and that a lot of people don't care about this Orlando Weekly award thing.
Yeah.
It's almost kind of like hip not to care about it, but I'm not hip, man.
Yeah.
I want it. It'll open up some doors for me.
I'm with you. No, I hear
yeah.
you. I mean, yeah, anytime you get recognized by someone, and namely when they say it's a viewer's choice or listener's choice, then it's your peers, right? So it's always cool to be nominated. So congrats on that. But yeah, he helps us out a lot, including the image that I'll leak at some point during the show, maybe during the first break.
Yeah.
He did an image of you and I as both of us dressed as Walter Mercado, and
Yes.
he did
That's
a
great.
mucho mediocre shirt or sticker or something. I'm going to do something with it. It's amazing. But if you need custom art, you need to, number one, I would say that. If you need custom art, search out our good friend Eric Pabon. And where can people find your art, sir?
Yeah, just artofericpabon.com. I'm on Facebook, Art of Eric Pabon. Just Google Art of Eric Pabon, and
Yeah.
you'll find me somehow.
And secondary, I'd say throw him a vote because he helps us a lot. You know, so I know a lot of people, and I think you summed it up pretty well. Like a lot of people like to kind of act as if, too cool for this or whatever. But, this can help a lot of people. It legitimizes people. It did for us. It still does for us. Like when new clients walk into our studio and see that we've been recognized countless times by our listeners, then all that speaks for is engagement. And it lets people know that our listeners are the best. So it doesn't have to.
It's super cool to. I mean, I'm in such good company, man. There's so many talented cats just in that category alone, and I think largely because of you guys getting my name out there is why I'm even on that list at all. So much appreciation goes out to you guys for boning my name out there as much as you do.
Now, he has an idea for this. Isn't just.
I give myself like 80%
Well,
credit.
you can, but he threw an idea at me, and I don't know if you've heard this, but this is not a one-sided call. This is not a Eric calls in, talks about how we'd like to help him get some votes and win, because a win for him is a win for us. I consider that. We're huge fans of his art. But he has an idea for a bit. I'm going to let you. I know, Tom, you're a big fan. We did this yesterday with Business Baby on Corporate Time. Arguably one of the worst segments we've ever done in radio history.
Dare you?
It'll be on tonight.
It was fucking terrible. Just not good radio. It'll be on tonight. Listen to it. You will laugh because it's just.
I've already booked him for next
I want to
month,
step
by
on
the way.
Business Baby's
I'll
toes.
put it to
Next
you like
month.
this. I'm going to put it to you like this. I think every other show on Real Radio would listen to that and be like, these motherfuckers are the two stupidest people that we could have ever stuck in the night. We are doing radio that no one else does. I'll put it to you like that.
That's true.
You can either be good or bad.
We're still on the radio?
I know. It's hard to believe. All right, Pabon, pitch your idea to Tom because I think it's a damn good idea. Once a month bit.
All right, Tom.
Yep.
This is the new Business Baby. All right?
Okay, all right.
Brace yourself. All right, so the bit is phone in with Pabonin.
Phone in with Pabon.
All right. So far,
damn it.
I like the name.
The alliteration's hot.
All right. It really rolls off the tongue. What I'll do is I'll call in once a month, and we will sort of brainstorm together on the air just a weird image, a weird Tom and Dan piece of art. So we'll, it ties into what you guys do so well, which is the tangent.
I feel like this
stuff.
happens every day anyway.
Yeah, but Eric's going to
now
make
it's
it
a planned
legit.
bit.
See, if he makes it legit.
Yeah, but see, I weaseled my way in by doing it for free.
I like that.
Now we're gonna.
What do you think? Phone in
Now
with
we're gonna
Pabona?
get
Phoner
that
with the
1%.
boner.
Yeah, it's phoner with Pabona or phone in with Pabona.
And,
Phoner with Paboner.
and whatever design we brainstorm on the show,
we
you
tattoo on Butler.
Okay, now that's more 90s.
Ooh.
You could just do cover up over cover up over cover up.
yeah.
Is there an
Start
unlimited?
small.
That always looks good.
Yeah, it always
It'll
looks
just
good.
turn black.
It
right?
never looks bad.
All the colors. So I like it. Let's do it.
All right, there we go.
Let's
It's
do
done.
it.
Well, throw him a vote. Orlando Weekly 2020 Awards. Eric Pabon, best visual or best local visual artist.
Yep.
And hey, thanks for calling in, man. We love you. Thanks for all that you do for us. And I'll be in touch about the Walter Mercado design. As you hit it out of the park. It is fantastic. Thank you for that, buddy.
Oh, thank you guys. Love you.
All right, man. Love you too. Be good. See,
Tom
he said
didn't
it
say
too.
it back.
See, he said it too.
No,
Everybody
I'm
loves
never
me.
saying it.
Okay, fair enough. Anything else? What do you want to do now, buddy? You want to do a shot? What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's do a shot.
Let's do a shot. You got your
sir.
fucked up toast ready? Okay, here we go. Fucked up toast.
All right, don't get excited. This will definitely be my last happy fucking birthday to Link. I hope you don't come too fast. Cheers, Mr. Christensen. She loves you 90210.
All right.
Oh my god. Shout out to Jennifer Ulmer, who actually donated $50 to Yellow Brick Road so that she could get that toast said for her husband. Happy birthday, Lee.
What was that?
Ooh, that's smooth Sugar Works moonshine.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the shine
Smyrna
is.
Beach.
It makes me, I have to flex my muscles, and then I just want to slap somebody.
Yeah. That's powerful.
Woo! All right.
Cured my corona.
Yeah, hey.
Wait, you had Corona?
Right, I forgot to tell
Well,
you.
if anybody had it, it'd be me, I think, or Butler, because Butler, he's like no mask, going out to dinner every night.
Chopping.
Yeah. So, I got an update from my wallet. So,
in case you're just tuning in, you don't know what happened, and we talked about it in length. Tom had his wallet stolen from his car that he consistently leaves unlocked. Do you still leave your car unlocked, sir?
I try to remember to lock
That's a
it
yes.
now,
That's a
and
yes.
but I can't tell you that it's 100%.
Okay.
It's just So you heard this. If you did hear the show last week, I got the wallet stolen or whatever. So. And if you listen to the BDM show on Monday, during the show, we found out that it was found, or at least the credit cards were found.
Yes.
And because during the BDM show, I remember we were transferring, like going from OG to BDM.
Yeah, we're like changing over.
I got a text from Crystal saying like they found you, like the neighbor found credit cards shredded because they got run over by his lawn guy. And so he found shredded credit cards.
I
and
still
a check.
contend you live in the movie The Burbs.
That
Crazy.
I love that movie.
Because all the different characters are on his street.
So I assumed it was they found the wallet too, but then my phone died because of
course.
this battle life.
Yeah, well, you never charge your phone.
Yeah. And so
That's why I keep. Do you know I keep a second charging cord in my phone? On the rarity that Tom drives with me, so I can charge his phone, because notoriously he will want to charge his phone
With
on my
your cord,
cord.
yeah.
So anyway, on the BDM show, I was like, oh, they found the wallet too. I didn't know until after the BDM show that wasn't the case.
Oh, okay.
That they only found some shredded up credit cards that the guy found my name on, like a piece of one, and then a check that was
that's
in
not
my
good.
wallet, right?
All right, Gramps. Who carries checks around?
Yeah, I know.
Was it a check to yourself?
It was a check
to the
written to myself.
Okay,
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
good.
From
At
the
least
company.
it wasn't. Okay, good. That means we saved some money.
Yeah.
I think whoever stole your wallet is doing a service for our company.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can stay in business one more week, and you guys get paid.
All right.
So
Thank that guy.
So-
that good white trash, no shoes, hoodie wearing man.
So then later on that day, I get a text from the guy that
stole your wallet.
No.
Hey, I'm real sorry, dude.
The person that's redoing the ceiling in my house and the drywall work. He's a drywall work and painter guy.
Da Vinci.
Not a BDM. But so he doesn't know anything
Hold on a
about this.
second.
Yeah, I know.
You hired a non-BDM?
Well, my wife hired non-BDM. Well,
and that's
why
not...
are you clapping? We should support the BDM.
I know, but let's just say that, I'm just, I'm not clapping for no reason. No reason at all.
Sign of chopping.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. So
Pusher T.
Anyway, he texts
great
me,
song.
It is.
and he's like, got your wallet, and then texts me a picture
Got your nose.
of the wallet, of my wallet spread open and
Spread Eagle wallet?
Wow.
sitting on the
Sitting on his wife's bare ass. It's very weird.
the damn plastic covered piano that's in our house, right? So because we couldn't get it the fuck out of there because it was covered in plastic.
You left it in there?
Yeah, there was no way. Like I wasn't gonna hire a goddamn company.
Well,
to-
as a man
to-
that knows pianos, my mom's classically trained pianist, and it's really good for especially expensive full size grand pianos to have drywall dust injected into them.
Well, that's why
It's really good for it.
Put one piece of plastic over it. So anyway, so he texted me. He's like, "Got your wallet?" I was like, "No shit." I was like, "Where'd you find
Yeah.
it?" He's like, "The neighbor brought it over and found it in his bushes."
Now, I told
right?
you that. Now, I'm mad because you acted all surprised, but I said all it would take was, walking through everybody's yard, and you would have found it, I think.
Yeah. Well, it was in his bushes, and what am I gonna start looking through every single neighbor's bushes for my wallet? Like I just figured, whatever. And by the way, I canceled all my credit cards and got a new driver's license. So essentially, everything in there is
dead.
Yeah, dead.
Is it
and
unreasonable
not
though to go if we were all neighbors and we all lived in 4 different houses? Would it be unreasonable for me to ring your doorbell and say, "Hey, can I walk through your yard? I'm looking for my wallet that was stolen."
Well, here's the thing.
I don't think that's unreasonable.
Why look for it though? Because they for sure took the cash out.
But then you don't have to waste your time trying to go to the DMV and cancel all your cards.
Yeah, but I did the math in my head.
It's an inconvenience.
Yeah, and I was like, well, there may be a chance that the guy threw it in a neighbor's bushes, but am I going to go start looking through every neighbor's bushes, spend all that time, or just go,
Tom,
well,
it would have been less time to do that than to do what you did.
Yeah, but for the percentage chance, yeah, I see what you're saying. It was in there, but
just do a quick lap on your one wheel.
Yeah, I mean, like the first thing
it was
I
in
do
there. Like
is
it wasn't just there.
Like my
black wallet.
Like my wife lost her. Oh man, she's gonna be mad. I told her this because it's almost like I'm showing that she has weaknesses. But my wife lost the charging case for her Apple AirPods. And it was in her like little running pouch, and then she did a run, and then she runs almost every day, and it fell out somewhere. And what did she do? She came back, left her, and then she walked her entire route and looked for it. I mean, it just makes sense to...
Yeah, well, that makes sense because she lost it during a run, and she knew exactly where she ran, so she's like, it's got to be in this place.
But you've watched a lot of, documentaries and First 48s and cops and all that, and you know that these guys look, open, maybe take a credit card. They're not going to take the license. They're going to take money in there, and then they're going to toss the wallet.
I don't know. You don't know that. No.
I don't know that. You're right.
And also,
but normally they do. But you speak in a lot of the way I'm talking right now is a lot of the way that you talk. So normally you would say, well, but it's a 90% chance that he's going to look through the wallet and toss it.
I don't know if it's that high. Because
really?
I would think that they would steal the credit cards and everything else in their bank account information. Anyway.
Yeah.
Why throw away a perfectly good dad wallet?
By the way, I looked around the grass and to see if he just tossed it in the.
Was it a gotcha wallet or was it hot tuna?
Here's the thing. So
Billabong.
The neighbor that found it, that brought it over to the guy that's working on my house right now, is the good-looking neighbor.
Yeah,
that
you
just
gotta get a
moved
picture
in,
of
right?
this guy.
So, that's not allowed.
So
ask him.
So
Take a
the
selfie
guy
with him.
who returns the wallet is good-looking Johnny?
Say you want to take a picture of your hero and then post it to the beauty.
You should get a picture with him.
I
That's
should
what I'm
give it a
saying,
thumbs up and him holding the wallet. How old is this man, by the way?
I don't know. I would guess.
Tell me a celebrity he looks like.
Late 20s. He looks like he looks like a celebrity trainer, like one of those.
Oh, like the guy from Fattest Loser that had a heart attack, Bill?
Bob. How dare you?
Bob. Whatever. He's gay. Gay Bob? Does he look like Gay Bob?
Attractive.
He's extremely attractive.
What's a brown hair, big, like
Seth Petrozelli. Wait, no hair. No hair.
This guy, like he looks like Thor, Chris Helmsworth, but brown hair.
So his brother.
Like he looks like Chris
Liam.
Helmsworth. Brown,
Liam
he's Liam. He's got brown hair. He looks like
does.
Liam Helmsworth.
Darker hair. Yeah.
Yes. Let's get pictures.
I'm telling you.
You know what? I
he's comically
I
good looking.
side with Samantha and Crystal. I'd fuck that guy too.
Hold on. You got Liam Hemsworth.
I'm not even gay, and I
year?
might fuck that guy. Just
Yeah.
why not?
Well,
when am I gonna get a chance to fuck a guy that looks that good ever again?
Speaking of that, so here's the comedy in this whole thing. So I got my wallet back or whatever. I was like, oh shit.
Oh wait, I know the details, and I know where you're going.
So I looked, and then I sent you guys the spread. Like, okay, so months ago, I found, like, when we were cleaning out something, I found the dick cards that my brother Timmy.
Do you know I still have the original in my house? The one that Tim gave me.
No.
It's like, honestly, because he's no longer with us, it's actually coveted in my home. It's stuck on my Stratocaster guitar between the strings, and it will not leave. And the Her Majesty girls, they get a kick out of it. They flip it sommes. And
so
it's a card with a guy that's got an erection.
Yeah,
and but I have the original. This guy.
Yeah, bending up.
The push it back.
I have a guy that's literally he's facing, his ass is facing you.
Yeah, but
he's
pushing his erection
looking
down
over his shoulder, but he's pushing his Pikachu tail down in order to show you how electric he is.
Yeah, and how big his boner is.
And it's a big boner.
It's no pub owner, but it's a
so
owner.
and
Orlando Weekly 2020.
And you guys know that we claim it's it's now dubbed the Timmy prank.
It's the Tim, yeah.
If you get like male boner cards that we call a dick deck for short.
That's fucking good, dude.
So order the
How
dick
come
deck.
we aren't selling Tim's dick deck on TomandDan.com?
We should be. And
write that down.
So it's basically playing cards with male boners on them. Like
I
guys,
also get
male
like
models with
really
boners.
excited.
Male
Okay, hold on,
boners.
pause for a second. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm having a moment. I'm also extremely excited to have Tony Palmiotti source the cheapest price for dick decks.
Yeah.
God, that's going to be an amazing week.
So there's
because then we gotta send him examples, and then Tony's looking at all the dicks.
And he hates it.
Yeah.
He hates the dick.
So there's only about like let's say 20 or 30 left of the dick deck that
That's a lot.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
well
it is.
done. But it's again, you got to understand that this is a very important piece of
Yeah.
Thomas, more than Tom and Dan, but Thomas folklore. I mean, this is it's an heirloom at this point.
So I had put that in my wallet, in my big old Costanza wallet that I had.
That's why it was so thick, because you had all your gay playing cards in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
52 pickup, ready to go.
I had half a dick deck in there, and I had put it in there to prank Travis a long time
because you
ago.
had said that you found some dick
Because-
deck and you wanted to get.
Travis always leaves his wallet, and so the
He calls me once a week and
Yeah.
says, "Hey, are you still at the studio?"
He
And I'm
leaves
like,
something. It's either his
I'm
keys,
like,
phone, or
motherfucker,
wallet.
you just left. Of course I'm still at the studio. Plus, it's 1:30.
yeah. So the prank goes: if you get a dick deck,
That's me.
and you should play this prank on your friends. It's a tribute to my little brother Timmy. That
You got to call it the Tim, though. That's the rule.
Yeah, and the prank is he did it to me, he did it to my wife,
He
or
did it
whatever.
to me.
You take one dick deck card and then you put it into the ID section
yeah.
pocket of the person's wallet that
I
you're
don't
playing
even
the
really
prank on.
have one anymore, but it would be like right there.
Yeah. Like,
But I don't have the window in my wallet. It works best.
I like the old man window.
classic,
I ordered a new wallet and I got the old man window.
No.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of other ones that
Yeah.
didn't, like Money Clip.
Well,
There's
it's
hybrids.
modern stuff.
The
You
modern-
want-
Tim
Peepaw
got me. I
wallet.
used to have the wallet with the window, but I would do a thing. You know, your license gets stuck.
Yeah.
So I'd order a new wallet. It'd have the window. Then I'd take an X-Acto knife and cut the window out, but I'd still put my license in the
Right.
same spot. And Tim stuck the card in there, of course. You know, I'm like, do you need anything? I go downstairs to the cafe, or whatever. I'm looking through my wallet. Now, arguably, I didn't get pranked as bad as you did because I caught it before I bought beer.
Yeah.
Because the key is
Back
to
in the day, I was
find-
buying
yeah.
cigarettes, and then I was
Exactly.
showed the dick card, and the lady's like, "What?"
Yeah,
So
like
he was
in-
"No,
like-
shit."
Yeah, like in our cafe,
It's so
like
good.
you
The
know,
best prank.
In our cafe, all I would have to do is open my wallet, take out my credit card. I'm pretty observant. I found it, but anyway,
In fact, it works better with if you're older too,
Yes.
because you're rarely showing your ID.
correct. You don't look at it.
And then you never look at it, and then the dick card's in there. Anyway, so I got half a dick deck in there, and so I forgot about, I forgot that, I think we made
You
jokes
forgot
that, like,
the dicks.
well, we
No, you mentioned it
yeah,
to
the-
me.
the-
You said
the
that
robber,
you were like,
the
I think
thief,
well, before
Dick deck.
this is before you even had the wallet stolen. You were like, yeah, I got a lot of those cards.
yeah.
And I was like, well, great, but I didn't know you were going to stuff them all in your wallet.
So anyway, I go home and I'm like, this there. Like, I found it. It was like the day I got my new ID and everything. So really, besides my medical marijuana card and my global entry, like I said, that I'll never use again, most likely, is I was like, well, there's nothing else in there that I really need.
Yeah.
But so then I looked through and I was like, the dick deck is still in here.
Yeah.
It was all wet from sitting in the
Oh.
bushes for 5 days.
Wet dicks.
Because of the rain. Then it dawned on me. I was like, I wonder if the good-looking neighbor, like,
Liam.
just opened this just to
For
see.
sure, because he wanted to see whose wallet it was.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then,
you're not going to not open it.
And then notice the dick deck. Now,
He's
Was
looking
it
at
front and center? Like if you opened
Yes,
it?
it was-
Oh,
it was-
then he for sure saw
it was in the money. It was like where the billfold is. And
So you
it'll
were basically
fit.
letting him know that the most valuable thing you have in this wallet is the dick deck
Well,
because you put it where the money goes.
Here's the thing. He gave it to the guy, the drywall guy that's doing my, with the remodel.
Well, because all drywall guys are gay. Everybody knows that.
And then
Probably just looked at the address and saw that. It was the store.
but it was in there. Like if you just opened it up,
No, you'd look at them.
the dick
You
deck was
check to see if
apparent.
there's money in there.
So now
Were they still in sequential order from you doing all your dick deck magic tricks?
So now they were a little shuffled around, which led me to believe that
Liam was checking them
he
out.
checked the dick deck out.
Here's the thing:
took
if,
the Queen
if
of
you're a
Hearts.
man that owns a dick deck, you know the order of your dick deck.
So now
That's a fact.
the new neighbor, who is the best looking man I've seen in person in a while.
Let's just call him Handsome Johnny.
He saw the dick deck and then he gave it. So do I bring it up like, hey, I got the dick deck in there
No,
because of this
don't-
prank?
no.
Like my brother who's passed away. Like, do I
No,
go?
no,
No.
yeah. You go, hey.
No, because
What
then
explanation?
then
No,
for
do it.
sure
Say
he's going to
that.
think you're
Yeah.
gay and you're
Yes.
trying to cover it up.
Yes.
So just
No,
don't
no.
even
Do
bring
it.
it up.
No, you
If he
no.
brings it up, then say,
No.
then explain.
How?
You go there and you say, I'm
How
sorry.
did this happen?
Don't start explaining
You
first.
go. You
How?
you do this one. You do the one where you ring the doorbell and he's like, "Hey, Tom, what's going on?" You're like, "Hey, thanks so much for finding my wallet, and I just want to sit down with you. Do you have a moment?" He's like, "Yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess I got a Okay, can you sit down for a second? Okay, I know what you're thinking, and you do that one. You go, "I know what you're thinking." You probably looked in the wallet, and you probably saw a lot of naked man trading cards. My brother passed away.
Do not do that.
That's exactly
No,
what.
but
Oh
what
my
if he
God.
didn't see it?
No,
Then
just be
it-
like,
Yeah, do not bring it up. unless
Do
he
not tell
brings
my
it up.
wife.
Yeah.
So for sure. Okay, so he thinks one of two things.
Wait a
right?
minute.
What
Didn't you
else did he think?
Hold on a second. This gets you a lot stickier.
Yeah.
Didn't you already think that this guy was so attractive that he could be
That
on
he
the
was
gay
gay?
spectrum?
It's a possibility.
So
because
he saw the dick
there's
deck.
no
Now he
wife.
thinks you're gay.
Right.
You've lost weight. I happen to think you look better than you've ever looked.
Yeah.
I think this guy thinks you're ready to smash.
Could be. Maybe he thinks you purposefully
Planted the dick deck.
Put the dick deck down.
Bam! Sam and Dan Power.
Crystal will probably be totally down with that too.
Yeah, she'd watch.
What?
And then she'd finger
Why would
herself.
you been out-
She would
No.
finger herself while he's pumping
No,
you.
come on.
And I'd watch. And then I'm jacking off. So
No,
it's
come
like
on.
Crystal doing it. You're doing
It's
I'm
like your
doing it.
subtle way
take
of
a look at
letting
the
your
Polaroid.
neighbor know that you're gay.
Yeah. Did you throw
We will-
my wallet with a dick
Okay,
deck in
here's
there?
a Dan
I'd be
Dennis
like, he'll find-
guarantee.
That's the new tapping your foot.
Yeah.
At the airport.
Throw your wallet in my bushes, baby.
This might be the moonshine talking, but I think this entire show would watch you get pumped by that guy.
I
would.
know you watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course
I
you
would
watch
jack
it.
off to
I
it.
watch it, but you know, don't want that. But so now I have a situation where the brand new neighbor who just moved into the lady's
Our Penny
house.
787 took the phrase. It's not mine. It's Jim Colbert's. He says, Dan said it before. If you're explaining, you're losing. That's a Jimmy quote. There is a point to that. Sometimes you need to explain yourself, but like the idea is if you're having to throw out so many details in order in your defense
Yeah, no.
that you have
Yeah.
to detail, then there's probably something glaringly wrong.
Here's the thing. How is it that the lady that used to live in that house called me Paul for 8 years, right?
That house is cursed.
And
No.
then now, there was another
Something's cursed,
owner
but it
in
ain't the
between
house.
that had a son, the good-looking
Yeah, yeah.
Marine, and the wife, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
now this extremely good-looking man
Well,
moves in by himself.
We thought CrossFit guy was good looking, but you say that this guy
No,
blows CrossFit
no,
guy
yeah.
out
Does he
of
look
the
like
water.
Henry Cavill?
He just it's
I'm a Henry
insane.
Cavill fan.
And
The
he,
next person to move in is just gonna be an angel.
he found my
Let me
wallet.
come to a pool party. I want to check out Liam.
Hey, have you invited him over for a pool party?
No, I
Yeah.
haven't.
He'll come over now.
Yeah,
He
I don't
thinks
think.
you're ready to
Yeah.
smash.
Well, especially with your new tiny dukes.
I don't think anybody wants to come over to anybody's house with the pool party. Hey, come over.
No, but hold on a second. So let's investigate something. We have a guy that says I'm more gay than he is, but I don't carry half a deck of gay playing cards in my wallet, and I certainly don't wear shorts as tiny as yours.
Well, they're not
I
gay
mean-
playing cards. They're dick deck.
Well,
They're
they're-
for
I don't-
I
everybody.
can't wait until your gutters flood again and you have to go outside nude and your neighbor peeks over
Yeah.
the fence.
And then Liam is peeking at you. Hey, tuck it behind. Do the card. When you're on the ladder, tuck your Pikachu tail.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
You got to chub it up first, though. Because you don't want.
I did that thing. I didn't chub it up the other night, but I got a chub, and then the chub was going away. And you know what? My dick looks really good when it's about
Mid-chub?
2/4 chub, which is 1/2 chub.
So that's
I feel
why
like my truck runs better at 3/4 full. Yeah, it's
yeah, it's like it just looks longer, better.
That's why there's fluffers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's
Big Fat Louise Normal Chungus is yelling cum gutters in the Twitch chat.
so now
Norm.
I have to live, for the foreseeable
Well,
future.
you asked, how does this happen?
With the neighbor. I have no idea whether he looked at the dick deck or not, but
Well, he did.
I
He at
assume
least saw it,
if he
yeah.
did see it, then he's like, why does this guy have half a deck? Because it's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, he's made his
an
assumptions.
absurd amount of dick cards in his wallet. And why does that happen? Like this, he's got kids. Like, so either he's secretly hiding that he's
crystals
gay.
your beard, yeah.
But even if he is, like, it's
Well,
probably
he can see that it's a loveless marriage.
who, like, even
well, we all can.
even what gay guys
He
keep
hears
a dick
Crystal
deck
yelling
because,
help
like, I don't
out the
think-
front window.
we need to talk to some gay guys. I don't think they keep dick playing cards in their wallet. Why? You
I
know,
bet Ron
Yeah,
does.
that's kind of like a Blue Oyster Police Academy
Well,
move.
but
you know?
well,
Why
that
would-
was my point, though. Is I would imagine Ron would like this deck of cards more than even your normal girl. And yes, I'm blanket statement stereotyping, but
more visual,
Samantha
man.
would look at it, but
I wouldn't carry it around.
I don't
with
think
me.
she'd carry it around. I think
comical.
Ron might.
Yeah.
Ron might.
in your wallet, there's really no feasible explanation at all, and I'm sure if he saw it, then there's something nefarious going
Well,
on.
he's gonna
or,
always associate dick with you now, so he's gonna be like, oh, that's a dick wallet.
Yeah. So
Dick wallet's home.
yeah, so that's that right off the bat. The first week he moved in, and then find his neighbor's dick deck. And
Juan in our Twitch chat
can't talk to him
room,
about it.
twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. He says sometimes, though, the chubbing doesn't help, like during dick showing contests on the top deck of a Tom and Dan cruise.
Don't
There was a-
talk about it.
There was a dick showing contest?
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, we're never a part of any of the fun stuff. We
No.
just go
a
there, we're
lot
like,
going
"Hey,
on that deck.
You want to gamble with Tom? You want to fucking drink with Dan? But the dick contests are
There's
all you
also
guys.
BH
Yeah,
shown.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, there was a BH.
Yeah. I don't want to get involved in all
No,
that.
that's too
I
far.
gotta keep my distance.
Yeah,
There's
social
a lot of-
distancing,
for
6 feet.
political and business reasons.
6 feet.
Yeah. Anyway, so now
I can't believe-
started off on that foot with my neighbor.
That's
and
good.
there's mysteries abroad.
Started out
Well,
good.
the only times you've seen him, he's been
Do you know
help-
his name yet? Like,
No.
have you talked to him at all still?
I bet
Crystal
your
does.
wife
I
does.
forget it.
Oh, Crystal's talking to him.
Yeah.
Well, he introduced himself, but I forget everybody's name as soon as they tell me.
Does
So
she
it
know
won't matter.
that her boy toy or neighbor has seen the dick deck?
Oh yeah, we've had this conversation. Because
Does she think it's funny or not funny?
Oh, she thinks it's funny because she's like, "What does he think, or why? What was the reason he thinks you have that in your wallet?" And I'm like, "There's no feasible explanation. The only explanation is that I'm like
The
hiding
easiest
it."
explanation, is that you're.
yeah, and then I want to look at boners
Right.
like at work or whatever.
Which is
I
fine,
don't
but
know
then-
why.
These are my work
But
boners.
here's the thing.
I don't know what. I don't know
It's
what.
too old school for that, though, because everyone has a phone.
I know.
I
know.
mean, entering all this
That's what I'm
data
saying.
sometimes drives me crazy. Sometimes I gotta excuse myself to the restroom to look at my 36 naked man playing cards.
We went over that because I did say that. I was like, nowadays with your smartphone, you can have
Right.
all the gay pornography you want on there.
Sometimes
or
you
any
just want
pornography.
a classic photography. Sometimes you don't want a video.
So it's like, why? It's not even a full deck. It's like it's like 1/3 of a deck.
Well, every time you masturbate to one man's card, you have to eat the card in order to destroy the evidence. And then, according to the Bible, once you've eaten the entire deck and masturbated to it, you're not gay anymore. Right? It's something like that.
We went.
I don't look. I can lie to anybody with some sort of bullshit. I'll tell you anything. Some sort of garbage. I'll make something up.
We went through every reasonable, logical explanation that you could have thought of why I had that in my wallet, and none of it makes sense. So it's just like it's a mystery that he will
Why
probably
didn't
never
you-
bring
okay.
up. I'll never bring up because maybe he didn't see it. Most likely he did. I don't know how to
Bike
bring
club.
it up.
You want
Bike
to go over
club?
there. You should go over there and just be like, did you put these in my fucking wallet?
Don't do that.
Yeah.
I know he didn't. Why would I
You
create
motherfucker, you put these in my goddamn
you
wallet.
put me in a wallet, and then you go, and then
Okay, never take advice from Butler.
and then double
Because
down.
we know that.
Double down and throw a slur
I don't listen
at
to
him.
anything he says.
Throw a slur at him.
Even about
yeah.
sponsors, anything.
Great.
Yeah. Did you put this in my wallet and then use a slur and then start a block war?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna go on about my life,
Butler.
just like I do with everything. Ignore it, pretend like it didn't
How
happen.
about gay
and then-
bike
Okay.
gang? Walk, ring the doorbell, say, have you seen my clothespins? When he says, I don't know what you're talking about, say, you found the deck of cards right in my wallet. Those are for my gay bike gang. We put them in our spokes. So we can go down the road and sound like a motorcycle.
That doesn't really help explain anything.
I know.
So anyway,
that's bad. You are a bad person. You do bad things.
No. All right, let's take a break.
Alrighty.
And then when we come back, we got a special surprise.
We do have a special surprise. Let me find out.
Surprise Friday.
Yeah.
For music, I think.
I hope we're talking to your neighbor.
Wait, are we going?
I could probably get this info from Crystal.
No. We don't. I don't want to bring him into this crazy.
No.
He's already involved, like it or not.
No. But if they're involved and they don't know, it's better for them. Better for everybody.
It can't happen.
You're best known as Dick Man, so.
Yeah.
I'm
for sure. When he talks to the other neighbors, he'll be like, hey, Tom's got this. Yeah, I found a DickDecks. His wallet has something odd going on.
It's not really gay, but
it's
not
gay. A lot of boners.
Yeah, it's totally not gay. It's just boners.
Tucking out through the short leg.
This is Mike Chick from the. He did I guess it's his newest single called "Where Did You Go" off of the Beach Wolf single release. This is the B-side. We'll be right back with more of Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan right after this. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha's here, Butler's here, and somebody else might be here.
Ross's piece of shit news.
There he is. Let's see if we got him.
Dan's some teasers. They always give me.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, live from, I'm assuming, are you at your house, out and about? It's Ross McCoy, everybody.
Live from my back laundry room. It's me.
There you go. News brought to you by anybody?
Jose, brought to you by...
Oh, hold on. Can't forget that. There we go. Oh, that's...
News brought to you by... I need to clean out my attic. Look at that. It's dirty as fuck up there.
What are those tubes coming in there? What is
My
that?
God, you live on the space shuttle.
Gay repipe? I don't know.
Oh, man, we should talk about that.
Well, you can.
Well, news today.
Talk about Frank got my homeowner's insurance canceled? You guys want to do that?
All right.
I
mean, since you guys are staring eye to eye, you might as well.
Let's say Ross.
There's a helicopter landing in my backyard.
Oh, my God.
Ross's news brought to you by Ross's podcast.
Looks like he's hiding in a bunker.
Yeah, have you checked out the latest Tots with Ross yet? Well, you actually should. Wherever you gather your podcast, like and subscribe, give him a 5-star rating, and go ahead and put your eagle hooks into that when you're going to like it. And the last one, did you have Dan Cummins on, Ross?
It's Drew Garabo,
yeah,
right?
Dan Cummins was just on, and then we just dropped one with Drew Garabo. Drew called in from Tampa just a few weeks ago.
Cool.
Awesome.
Incredible.
Where can people find it?
Just go to your favorite podcast app, type in The Orlando Talk Show. That brings it up pretty much everywhere.
Yep, or email me. I'll send you the Libsyn link. It's
cool.
The easiest way and the most accurate way to count downloads.
So we won't talk about the me trying to talk Ross into insurance fraud.
I thought you did, right? I mean,
yeah, we won't talk about it. We'll skip right through that, but it didn't go well.
We're skipping right through it, huh?
Yeah. I was like, you gotta do what my Miami friends do. It didn't go well. I'm like, you gotta never talk to the adjuster. No.
Yeah. This might be the only time that my dad ever told me to trust the guy in the bandana, not the guy not in the bandana. You know what I mean? My dad would be like, don't listen to the guy with the flippy hair.
So sorry about that, Ross. Hey, I blame you because you've been around me enough. Never
That's
take
true.
my advice. You should have known better. Whatever I tell you to do is most likely
Are we not doing this? Because I was firmly against it. It was just other people in my camp were like, "Yeah, let's try the grift," and I fucked it up. And, that was the problem.
Well, but you only fucked it up because you're not grifting people, and when you're not grifting, sometimes lying isn't comfortable with you.
Oh no,
That is correct.
A big insurance agent, they're fine.
Big insurance companies, they have AIDS. Okay.
Sorry.
When she got to the key part of the grift, just whoever it was, when she got to the key part and was fucking it up, I was off screen, just waving my hands like a goddamn cartoon, man.
Yeah,
that's what happens when your wife
Kill it.
It's like when my wife talked to Bank of America and says, like, well, I don't believe he's ever called you and said to delete those overdraft charges. And I'm like, I have. They're going to fuck your ass.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, when someone's saying something you don't want them to, and then you're screaming and giving the old chop your neck sign.
Yeah, it's like you and me when we're doing contract negotiation. This guy's talking this guy's on the phone with Jack Bradshaw from Real Radio, and I'm like, you're telling him too much. What the fuck are you doing?
By the way, what is that person on the phone supposed to do? Just be like, I'm sorry, they're telling me not to tell you something.
Right.
What are you supposed to do? Like, stop mid-sentence and be like, then you sound like a crazy person. So you have to finish. It does nothing. So when you're seeing someone on the phone telling the person some information you don't want to tell them, waving your hands, doing the cut your neck, it never works. It just always going to be bad. They've already spilled the beans. The grift is done.
You got to firmly interject. You got to come in with what I think Tom is trying to say here is the exact opposite of what Tom is saying.
Yeah, that's the lawyer move, right? That's why lawyers tell you to never tell anything because you always
keep your
end up
mouth shut.
Screw it up. You need a lawyer there for his snake-like ways.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, I guess we say we haven't done this in a minute, but I guess first story, right?
Yeah. First story. It's good to have you.
Speaking of people that you need to avoid, Dan, the tattooed. Did you see recent Chris Rock just put on Instagram? He got his first tattoo at 55.
No, I did not see that. And I'm a fan of Chris Rock, and obviously, I like tattoos. But I do think it's a little weird to get a tattoo that old.
Yeah.
But what did he get?
Now he went with his daughter. It might have been like a go with me daddy type situation. His daughter got a similar tattoo at the same time he did. He got what is being described by USA Today here as a Basquiat crown.
Okay.
And what does that mean?
From the picture I'm looking at, Basquiat is French for stick and poke garbage.
All right.
He's like the most famous tattoo artist in New York City and just got like, I could do this.
It's a cartoon crown, yeah.
Oh. So it's just
it looks like Bart Simpson's hair. I mean, it's just a three jagged and a line
like
underneath.
the artist. Yeah, like I now I understand the reference was what's the artist's name? Yeah, that particular gentleman's style of crown. Now, I worry about that type of thing. Maybe I'm the weirdo tattoo guy, but I'll tell you why that particular artist's style of crown would bother me. It's not my art, and it's not the tattoo artist art. You know what I mean? Like, so it's weird for me to go and grab something that is an iconic, like Peloton put out a line of leggings and a line of athletic gear that has this particular crown on it. I know exactly what he's talking about. Unfortunately, it's licensed through the family or the person through the artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a little weird to go and get something that is that iconic that isn't done by the actual artist. But
I don't want to step on your news story, Ross, but I'm just kind of reading up on it. It's saying that this particular crown, the three-pointed crown, could often be seen adorning the heads of his paintings of black male athletes, writers, and musicians, and even self-portraits, elevating these figures to royal or saintly status.
Yeah, I mean,
they're calling it because he's the comedy of king. The king of comedy.
If you look at the art, it's phenomenal art. But my point is that shouldn't you get the blessing of the artist to do that?
Well,
maybe it
is it phenomenal art? It's
very simple.
It's just a simple wavy line with a line underneath, right?
It is, but it's more.
I could draw this right now, absolutely.
100%. Yeah.
I'm with Ross here because
now I didn't dive quite as deep as Sam, but the additional information I did have is that, like I said, he went with his daughter. And there's another picture apparently going around the internet of what is apparently his daughter's tattoo. and she got a dinosaur wearing the same Basquiat crown,
Yeah,
or a
but-
Basquiat style crown.
Yeah.
So
But it's
possible
weird
he's just,
because the
talking about
crown-
size.
the
Give me
cra-
a simple version of what she's getting. Give me the crown on the dinosaur, and then we got a little thing together.
But it's weird because the actual tattoo, it's on the back of her shoulder. It looks like a T-Rex, and then about an inch above is the crown. So the crown's not actually sitting on top of the dinosaur. It's weird. I don't know what's happening here.
Like, put the crown a little bit
Little above.
Like he
It's hovering on top.
Like he sneezed it off.
No, you know.
Weird.
You know what this strikes me as, and this should be a lesson for all of us, that even mega celebrities, even people that we all herald as the most famous comedians in the world, still make the same, like, really quick, rash judgments.
Yeah.
You know, like they're still human. They still
Yeah.
rush out with their loved one to get a tattoo they probably shouldn't have got. You could have thought about it a little bit more and gotten something amazing. Hopefully it means something to you, in which
Yeah,
case
I'm
that would
assuming
make
it's-
anything I'm saying right now not even matter.
Yeah.
Right, like maybe there's a little more detailed picture, and this crown is actually like insanely detailed lattice scroll work or something.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we all look like fucking idiots.
Like, people joke around about my arm, but it took me at least 3 months to get the idea. I know Butler knows because we talk about this, but it took me at least 3 months to get to a point where I liked the design that I was going to do for my entire arm.
Yeah, that's complicated. I think what Ross is mentioning is like you just got this squiggly line crown, which I'm curious. So if you're Chris Rock and you're going with your daughter to this tattoo artist, like just by putting it out on social media or whatever, you're getting the tattoo artist, like, what do you say?
Publicity.
Oh, my
Tens
God.
of thousands,
Yeah.
maybe 50 grand worth of publicity.
Maybe
like,
even more.
coming out of Chris Rock. So you've gifted this guy just by
You
using
usually
him.
get from Jukin Media, Tom.
Got nothing. Nothing. I guess I read wrong where they actually pay something, but nothing. Never got nothing.
And the definition of not knowing how to read is read wrong, by the way.
So you go to this tattoo artist, you get the tattoo, and you publicize it. You put it on social or whatever. You've gifted this guy 50 G's of publicity already.
Yeah.
Does the tattoo artist charge you anything? You're a millionaire
No,
already.
no.
Do you tip the guy?
This guy tattoos a lot of celebrities, so
Yeah.
I think he's just one of those guys.
So you do
I
it
don't
for-
think he really needs help in
But
that
if
department.
but if you're Chris Rock, so you're a multimillionaire, it doesn't matter. Like, you could tip him $500 and it literally be like $5 to you, right?
Sure.
So do
Put
you?
it this way, Tom. You're Chris Rock, and a tattoo, even the most expensive tattoo artist in New York is like a pittance to you. Is it worth it to just go get a fucking picture for your Instagram?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
Instagram
Right.
content worth it to you just to get a tattoo?
Yeah, of
And
course.
that's everywhere. I'm reading a fucking USA Today's headline about him
Yeah.
getting his first tattoo at 55. And by the way, last thing on this tattoo, the placement is also garbage.
It
Who puts a
is,
fucking
yeah.
tattoo on the round front of their shoulder? It's a weird fucking spot for a tattoo.
Oh, and like the
it's
front.
it's like here,
Oh, okay.
That's weird.
That is
like
weird.
close to the armpit, kind of, but not dead
Tom
center.
just looked at your tits while you were showing him.
How
For
dare
sure,
you?
for sure he did.
Times have changed, Ross, since the last time we do it.
Yeah.
No more take your
You
pants
don't
off.
know Tom anymore.
It's a different
He's
time
a
now.
totally different guy.
We can only make fun of the male
Yeah.
employees now.
Butler, share your tits.
That's
I just
totally
saw
fine.
the angle of your eyes. That's on you for putting me on Tom.
Yeah.
But is it like, as Chris Rock, I wonder if you do, because technically you've given this guy 50 grand essentially of advertising, right?
Probably
So
more.
You
I-
bestowed
I think it's more than that.
an insane amount of publicity on this artist. Like, technically he should be paying you, but as a courtesy, do you just, peel a couple hundreds off and give it to him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
probably
do, right?
do as a courtesy.
But you
he
shouldn't.
might deny it. He might just be like, nah, I don't need it.
But then as the tattoo artist, you're like, oh, it's Chris Rock. He's a multimillionaire. I'm just
Right.
gonna take the couple hundred.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's go to the next story, Ross.
Oh, I was waiting for that. Let's keep it rolling with wasted art. Banksy recently posted to his Instagram a bit he did. Video shows a man believed to be Banksy. He's disguised as as a London tube cleaner, right? He looks like the guy that cleans the London Underground.
Yeah.
Okay.
He walks into this carriage. He starts ordering people around, and he starts just painting rats all around the inside of the carriage, right? Like, one rat is kind of sneezing. There's a rat wearing a mask. He called it, "If you don't mask, you don't get." Okay, and it's just all these different rats and kind of pandemic poses around this London tube. Now, also what happened, Banksy posted this to his Instagram. What people found out pretty soon after that was that at some point before he posted this, the actual tube cleaners in London had come along and cleaned all this shit right off the walls.
No. God, imagine the person that cleaned a Banksy art piece. Like,
it happens a lot, supposedly.
Simple Banksy art pieces. This is like, you could have put this thing, if it existed still, you could just like pull it right into any museum and like walk people in and out of it. Here's 6 or 8 little Banksy rats.
If you were to cut it out, like here's the thing, Ross, you're using fancy British terms like tube and carriage, and I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. The carriage being the subway car.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Subway car, subway.
All right.
Subway and subway car. There you go.
So if you were to
tube and carriage,
like 5 different ways, so that there was no possible way not to get it done.
Hey, listen, there are plenty of people.
Things have changed, Ross.
Yeah.
Tom doesn't know nothing.
I've gotten more dumb.
Wait.
He's special needs now, Ross. You should know that.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like documented.
He identifies as special needs.
Dude, Ross, it's gotten way fucking worse, man. It's bad.
I do identify as special needs, and
It's
then
bad.
we have to
respect that.
You have to respect my special needs ways.
And he brings his bearded dragon in with a vest on it.
Well, that sucks for you, Tom. I'm sorry. I've been doing some like discovery of myself, and now I identify as a bully. So
I know it.
Hey, I thought you always did.
That never changed.
Bandana. When I wear this, I bully people. You fucking idiot.
So, okay, I don't know anything about Barksy.
Don't laugh. It's a special needs.
So, I don't know anything about Banksy's paintings and what they go for, but I assume it's a lot. So, if you were the guy that like was sent to clean the rat pictures up and the paintings,
you'd know what you're cleaning, right?
If you cut off, like let's say that there's, in most subways, there's like a piece of plastic that's molded over like the external shell or whatever. Yeah. So let's say he painted the rat on a piece of plastic. You were able to cut that out somehow. And then you had that.
You could make money off of that.
Just one rat, one Banksy rat. What do you think it's worth?
I also read, though, and to jump in real quick, that some of the rats and stuff like that were painted in like a cleaning solution.
Yeah.
So they were actually.
I saw that.
They were cleaned off because they were painted in a cleaning solution.
So he didn't.
It wasn't a permanent thing.
Gotcha. And he probably does it on purpose because he doesn't want to be vandalizing shit.
Like at this point, as long as he's documented it on social media, it almost appears as he uses social media as a way to still paint, but also limit.
He's sending a message though too.
Yeah, and he also limits though the amount of the originals that can be leaked because most of them can either destroy themselves or be in some weird way almost just a thought. Less of a permanent painting and more of just a kind of sort of a fleeting deal.
Or he knows that if it was permanent and he posted it, that people would go start ripping the subway apart because people have taken doors and then taken drywall and bricks.
Actually, there's a lot of people vandalize his work. That's a huge thing over there. A lot of people, as soon as it's put up and if it's not careful.
Is he liked or not liked?
It's like 50-50.
Yeah, really?
But they vandalize it probably just to be trolls, right? Like
correct. They throw paint on them. They do it all.
Yeah, but okay. Say if you weren't if you were able to get a Banksy original like through some way or the other, what is that worth? Like, are we talking 100K? Like that much?
I think those. Multiple thousands.
Those prints he did on the New York City and I think in Times Square, the pop-up he did. I think he sold those for $100 a pop, and I think they were like $100,000 a piece now.
Okay, yeah. So we're talking an insane amount. Like it's like whatever whatever painting he does is immediately worth over.
But
$50.
What he's done is actually found a way now with this and that one that he auctioned off that exploded the second it was fucking auctioned off to the actual buyer. He's found a way to make money off of his art being temporal. He's found a way to make money off of his art being impermanent. Like the fact that this art was destroyed, I may or may not have seen a news story about another Banksy somewhere. I definitely saw a news story about some guys in London cleaning a Banksy off the walls of the tube. He's found a way to monetize the destruction of his art.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's all part of his whole thing. Banksy himself is like
it's like a movement, I think.
But he's a very rich guy, right? To the point of like, what do you think he's worth? Like, is there any information about what he's worth? Like,
I'm sure you can get close. They know who he is now. They know what he looks like now.
Like over $50 million. Like, I have no idea.
I think you're probably in the right area.
Like
yeah. Look up Banksy's net worth, Sam, if you don't mind, please.
because
I think it's a lot. Yeah, because he's a pop artist too, and they have a tendency to make more money, right?
I don't know.
I think they do.
I have no idea. Like the art world is weird as hell.
It is like
he's probably making that Instagram money at this point. Like I said, he didn't make shit off of these rat paintings. Like nobody paid him for this. You know, if anything, London would fucking find him and charge him the cleaning fee or whatever. Yeah. But I'm sure he's making some money off some Instagram ads or something.
Yeah, you're right. Because now it's all social media. It's all wrapped up in all of that. Yeah.
Now, did he make anything from Exit the gift through the gift shop?
I thought that was all through Obey. That guy who did Obey, wasn't it?
Shepard Fairley. Is that his name?
Something like
that. Says it's estimated that Banksy's net worth is at more than $20 million.
Yeah, so you're close.
Yeah. Okay. So he's doing well. And then
do we officially know who Banksy is at this point, Sam? I haven't seen anything.
So,
they have photos
the only
of
thing
him
I
now,
have found here is everyone assumes that his name is Robin Gunningham.
Not as cool.
Yeah.
It's never as cool.
And he's from Bristol, born July 28th, 1973.
My cousin who lives over there, I think a lot of people think that he's part of, like, there's like a band that plays, and usually Banksy art pops up when this band comes around, and it's some sort of like either he's very involved with this band, and or he's part of this band as well.
No, so they think
there's a lot of theories. I mean, it's kind of shrouded in mystery. So I think that's what makes it so great.
We should have always had the masks and the outfits, and then just never.
It is pretty cool to have. The
and then never reveal yourself. Like Ghost, the fact, like, it sucks that, Ghost got so popular that they ended up fucking up their entire deal because Tobias Fjorge, or however you want to say it, he was sued by so many people that he, it became virtually impossible for him to keep his anonymity, but whatever. Great story, Ross. That's a good one.
And
very interesting.
And nowadays, I'm surprised with all the paparazzi and the internet and stuff like that. You could even that it's still somewhat of a mystery of who he is. You know, it's crazy.
It is.
So that is.
I really want to hear Tom sing paparazzi now.
See, it's a different time.
Yeah.
Next story.
All right, the rats were kind of exploring the themes of COVID. Let's go to Bolivia now. Bolivia, where sex work is legal. And they're going to let prostitutes get back to work real soon. They put out a list of guidelines for them, and they are going to be using such safety measures, including gloves, bleach, and see-through raincoats.
All right.
That's great for shitting on girls.
So
I have a picture. I'll post a picture in the BDM group after I get out of here of what is, I guess, going to be a typical Bolivian sex worker and all of the things I just mentioned.
I'm guessing she looks a lot like Paddington Bear.
So I guess
a raincoat, a little hat.
If you got a condom,
just some boots and a mind full of curiosity.
If you got a condom and you're not kissing anybody, then you cannot spread COVID, right? During sex.
Wear a mask.
No, I think you still get.
That's the T-shirt I'm going to try to sell at Cocoa Beach.
Damn it!
It has to have a rat with a boner on it, though.
Yeah. And it says here, kitty. Yeah, I think you could still. Didn't they say that you can get it from your fluids, right?
Well, it's a condom.
But fluids. I mean,
but you're breathing heavy.
Have you ever
on
looked at
somebody?
a condom when you're done with it, and the fluids go all the way up to the top, like almost like they're spilling out of the.
Yeah. Like,
and if you're not shaved, your pubes are keeping little areas open for the. I'm trying to be clinical.
You rub some hand sanitizer in your pubes, you'll be fine. I think, right?
No.
Yeah.
There's a way to do it.
I don't know if there is.
There is. There's some clear raincoats and some masks and shit. And
then the other big guideline they're recommending is bleaching the pole in between their dances, which doesn't make sense to me if it's just them.
Yes, bring your own pole.
BYOP.
Like
so
you set your pole up, and then you put a Post-it note on it with your name, and then hopefully it doesn't fall off. The Post-it note, I mean, not the pole.
Yeah. So where the hell is Bolivia? I know
it's in
Ross,
it's in South America.
Okay.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
And it's a tiny country, is it not, or is it a big one?
Small.
I think it's little.
No one
Nobody's
knows.
no one knows. That's what I got.
It's by Peru and Paraguay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's not that small. Bigger than I thought.
Nah.
Hey.
You never really meet any Bolivians, right?
No, I haven't actually.
I in Miami, there's it's
Usually hitmen,
It's a
aren't
melting pot, but like a lot of Peruvian friends, Argentinian, Colombian.
I don't think I've ever met a Bolivian.
Man,
no.
we gotta
mostly
save the
Cuban.
Bolivians. Maybe they're just stuck in Bolivia.
Rarely meet a Bolivian.
I've met a Chilean.
Yeah,
I've met a Peruvian.
Yeah, I got
I've met
friends
a
that-
Brazilian. That's
Yeah.
the easiest.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you're doing the bingo card. Argentina, absolutely.
Yeah.
Uruguay, Paraguay?
yes. Paraguay, yes.
Yeah.
I'm just going on
Ecuador,
me.
Venezuela,
Ecuador, yes.
Guyana.
Venezuela, easy. That's Tony Rage is Venezuelan.
Yeah.
No, I have not met a Bolivian. You're right.
Yeah.
Damn it. Do we have any Bolivian BDMs?
I'm sure we do.
Yeah, maybe, but I just
We have a lot of Latin listeners, which is,
dude, I like
great. But
90% of my friends in Miami are all Latin and from
Yeah.
you
you got any Bolivia?
Never Bolivia. Yeah,
Ross, you ever met somebody from Bolivia?
Can't say that I have, and you know me, I'm a big believer in Miami friend syndrome. So if Tom's
He was.
They don't exist.
He
I was
was.
saying
I
it.
think Ross worked his way up, almost in Scientology, to the highest level of Miami friend syndrome. Right? Like he's up there, very, very high.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
you see
knows
all the
how-
books.
it
you have
doesn't
to buy.
happen in my actual house, I don't fucking believe in it.
Yeah. Wow, that one hits a little close to home, considering half the nation's like that now.
All right, we got two more stories I want to get to before we get out of here with you guys. Next, friend of the show, Monique,
Yes.
suing the tits off of Netflix right now and winning her battle. She won a decision that it's full of legalese, so just assume this is all in quotes.
Yeah.
She plausibly alleged the streaming giant illegally retaliated when she rejected a lowball offer for a comedy special. So, long story short, what happened is they offered Monique like $500,000 to do a comedy special.
Yep.
And when you stack that up against what they're offering, like anybody else, like, and she breaks it down into basically, anybody who's not a black female, it's ridiculously a lowball offer. And then that's fine. That's fine. You can do that. You could offer her $1 fucking dollar if you wanted to. Where she is suing them and where she just recently won this decision saying that she can proceed with this lawsuit, that it makes legal sense for her to proceed with this lawsuit. When she said, that's a lowball offer, what the fuck, you guys, come back with something serious, they just said, no, thank you, we're done here. And they walked away from the table, which she is alleging and this court is upholding is not the usual operating procedure in Hollywood.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
like they didn't counteroffer. They just immediately
Correct.
said no.
So
Yeah,
it
basically,
almost
yeah.
sounds like they threw the deal out just to say they threw a deal out to a black lady, right?
Well, they did it
Or-
because they were mad that she spoke out against
No,
it.
I get it, but it almost sounds like, too, when you just, it's almost like when somebody would say, hey, you got to do that, that's protocol, and you just go through the motions. They're just going through the motions. I don't think they ever, like, after what I read, I didn't get the feeling that they ever intended to sign her.
Yeah. Gonna be hard to win that, though, it seems.
Doesn't matter. She's already won because she's already casting, like almost negativity.
We're talking about it.
There, yeah, exactly. That's my point.
Well, you still have to deal with lawyer fees and things if you sue someone, and if you're not going to win, then you basically spent money to prove your point. Which
Who got the
could be
biggest
true.
deal on Netflix? Chappelle, right?
Probably, yeah.
And he got what?
I think $50 million for the 3 specials or whatever.
And they offer, man, that's. And
they offered for her, what, like a tenth of that? Am I doing the math right?
$500,000.
Yeah, that's.
I remember when she was vocal about this when it first happened. I
Yep.
think before they offered
Well,
her a
she's
deal.
been vocal about a lot of things that have happened to her.
It's just legally, I think, the company has the right to, like, hey, I'll offer you this, and then they turn it down, and you just say, all right, offers off the table. Like, I don't.
In Hollywood, the standard operating procedure that's what this lawsuit is about. She proved, and this court upheld and accepted as a reason for her to proceed with the lawsuit. Most of the time, almost all of the time, if not all the time, they'll come back with something, whether it's $501,000 or whatever.
Right.
And they completely broke her off, refused to make her another offer. And by the way, I'll just remind you, Monique, if you go to her Wikipedia page and click on awards, it takes you to a separate fucking page because she's nominated for 88 major awards, 58 wins, including Golden Globe, BAFTA, BET, Grammy, nominated for Best Comedy Album. You might want to sign that fucking person, right?
Yeah.
The Screen Actor Guild Award winner, Sundance Film Fest award winner, Academy Award winner for Best Supporting fucking Actress. And I don't know if you remember the thing she was most proud of. NAACP Image Award winner, nominated 9 times, 5-time winner.
Yeah.
Goddamn, 9 times. Jeez Louise.
No, 100%. And Monique has always
she's
been
a powerhouse, but it
awesome
does. Ross, what do you think that because she's so? I mean, I would hate to say that. Like in my mind,
she's definitely been labeled in Hollywood.
She's
and
been blackballed, right?
It's hard to
And
work with.
That's part of the lawsuit is that she's been blacklisted essentially from Netflix.
I hate that. You know, I just think, like, as a person,
but why would they do
that? Ross, me, you, everybody in here, maybe you haven't. Have you met? You've met Monique or no?
Yeah, I think she came.
I was gonna say everybody here has
right?
met her. You give me no reason to believe she's anything other than like.
She just knows her value.
Is she
and
direct?
She
is she confident? Does she know who she is? Yes, she does. But I don't get the idea that even if I had to do business with her, that I mean, difficult. I don't get difficult. I get confident.
Yeah. Well, we've never done business with her either.
Again,
you know what I'm saying? I have no
right.
idea. There's got to be some reason. Like, I doubt everybody's out to get Monique. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it doesn't make
she's
any
not
sense.
saying it's a personal attack. She thinks that they lowball women of color.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if
any woman of color, Tiffany Haddish, all these women that are out, they're getting paid extremely lower prices than anybody, including like Amy Schumer. She's getting millions of dollars from Netflix, Why are they getting paid so much more when, again, like Ross just read all those fucking awards? How long has Monique been in comedy? Oh my God. But why is she getting lowballed?
Give her $500,000 for every award I read. That's $4 million.
Right.
It seems bizarre that a company like Netflix would purposely make a cognitive decision like, all right, women of color.
Isn't the little red N on your home screen, Tom? It's people, and people fuck up. And Netflix is so. The good thing about Netflix is that they have all this capital on their own, and they don't really have to worry about advertisers or anything. So they have a lot of freedom. And the bad thing about Netflix is that they don't have to worry about advertisers or anything. So they have a lot of freedom. Yeah. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They can put out a special. They can make a fucking bunch of dumb animation that doesn't even make any money. It probably costs 6 or 8 times as much as this money they offered Monique.
Right.
Yeah.
And they can also choose to make dumb decisions based on what race or sex you are.
Yeah. No. It doesn't make any sense.
And based on what we talked about yesterday with the way that they're using different algorithms and social experiments to try and figure out how to keep people engaged, sometimes I wonder if there are even people involved, if they're just like, running it through some sort of machine and they're like, doesn't fit the algorithm. Next.
Yeah, that's how, because
it doesn't generate money. Next.
It doesn't.
And the robots raises.
Yeah, it doesn't compute anything. They're just in the business to put as many eyes as they possibly can on anything that they,
And this
produce
happened a couple of years ago. Like this whole thing started a couple of years ago, and I think now, if you notice, like Netflix programming 2 years ago compared to now, it's way more diverse now.
And why?
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Well, next story.
All right, next story, last one for today. Big shakeup in the board gaming world news, Tom. I'm sure you, as an avid speller and reader, heard about the movement by the North American Scrabble Players Association to eliminate all slurs from the official Scrabble list.
Oh, no shit.
Go ahead, Tom.
What are these slurs? I want you to say them, Ross. Just go through the list. I mean, it's just a list from Scrabble, so,
Okay, it did take some digging, by the way. I found the news release, and in the news release, they redacted the list, but I did manage to find it online. And again, this is... some tournaments will use Merriam-Webster official Scrabble players dictionary, which hasn't made any changes as of yet.
Okay.
But the most accepted list is the NASPA word list, the North American Players Association list. They represent about 10,000 players, NPR is saying, and it rose from a discussion. Apparently, the N-word was legal to play until like March of this year.
Oh my
And they started
god.
Oh my
talking
God.
about that.
COVID's ruining everything.
As a like, if you're a professional Scrabble player and you're in a tournament, and like, who's
Well,
got the balls to be like,
you got to do what you got to do.
But it can, well, if they're super competitive, they're probably like, well, look, it's
the most
points.
amount
of points.
I don't believe,
Yeah,
like,
like,
I
I
don't
don't wanna
use this
do
word,
this.
but
I
this is all I got.
As you're putting the G, you're just like, I'm sorry, I just want to win. I promise, I'm a nerd.
Well, no, you
Right.
gotta turn your back and do it. You gotta just not look at the board while you do it.
Like, who does that? And so are they all like all the slurs they took out?
The
What about honky? I said I'd die
We were
on
just
Honky
talking
Hill.
about honky.
Tom wants to die on Honky
Tom
Hill.
said this morning that honky has never offended a honky ever, and he'll die on Honky Hill.
Yeah.
And we laughed and we laughed.
Yeah.
And yeah.
If I have to stop using honky, that's the day I quit the broadcasting.
oh boy, if they reboot King of the Hill, Honky Hill, Tom, you make fucking hell of a
Plus, it's goofy. It sounds like a goddamn
Yeah,
clown
it
nose.
sounds like a clown horn.
So what's funny is that I've never played Scrabble, obviously.
That's shocking.
But there is a Scrabble board game in this Airbnb that we're staying at now, and we brought it out, and my boys were playing.
Yeah.
with
Then
the
eventually
little,
you just start throwing the tiles everywhere.
well, with the little tiles, and I said, hey, I'll give you an ice cream if you spell 3 words, and they spelled
And
Tommy and Max.
Oh my god.
Well, that's who taking over the show.
And then I think then Max got through Sonic, and then he put
Nice.
then and Max.
Sonic and Max.
Sonic and Max. Yeah.
Lazy
Way
cheating
cool.
just to get the goddamn ice cream.
Yeah, just give me something. I'll find the letters to create whatever I'm reading on the wall, right?
So
I mean, they both spelled the N-word first, but you had to disallow it.
I'm like, Scrabble took this away. I know.
Against the rules.
I know you're mad about it, but rules are rules. So
Go pose by it so I can take a picture for Instagram.
Did they take out every slur? Like so any sort of slur at all, even like old school, old timey,
Well,
like
Mick?
yeah, like against Irish people or even
Well,
slurs.
Ross said every slur.
Okay, so they put together a list of 236 words
Wow.
that were apparently still playable, and
God, we're the only
Again,
my pop-up
I'll
knew that.
My
many
God,
slurs.
I've never been more excited. I only have maybe 17 slurs I read on, and you're telling me there's 200 and some odd. My God, it's like Christmas in July.
There's got to be some odd old-timey ones,
Yeah.
right? That's what I like.
Give me a good one. Is Ching Chong on there?
Okay, you're forgetting a lot. This is Scrabble, or actually Tom is understanding it more than anybody. This is Scrabble, so a lot of this is weird, archaic nonsense that you wouldn't know unless you fucking memorized this list for the purpose of defeating other assholes at Scrabble.
And
then there's nothing good on this list. I'll
Yeah.
just tell you that
No,
right
of
now.
course not.
Like a bumbledoof, it's like weird stuff,
Yeah.
Nothing that you would hear a guy in Kissimmee shouting at a truck driving by or anything like that. There's a lot of how to put this, like anagrams of stuff like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? It might be IGG the rest of it in different variations.
Yeah. So
Just a lot of mixed up versions of those. For example, I'll just go through some of a lot of them are just also stuff you never recognize. Here's the first one. Ayers. AERS. What does that fucking mean? I don't know. I just offended somebody. And
you
right.
did.
Stuff we don't even know.
It just means that Nazi game night's getting a little bit more boring.
Here, I'll run through just like the first 8, which are unrecognizable, and then I'll blow through some of the ones that you can kind of put together. All right,
Okay.
here's the beginning of the list.
All right.
A Slurs, a Horrors, a Hloss, a Hlosses, AABDSS, however the fuck you pronounce that.
Okay, so
Abdas.
it's a bunch of
Yeah,
things we've never heard
It's
of.
a bunch of stuff that somebody would have been yelling on a ship.
Okay, and then here I'm just gonna blow through some of the ones that almost maybe sound like something. Tom, you fucking ab moose.
Ad moose.
That's good. Wait, Butler's an ad moose.
Hold on, what? What is that even? Who is that even insulting?
The moose.
I got it's in categories. The category we're in right now is anatomical. So this is something to do with your body.
Oh.
Ad moose.
So it's like making fun of like
You got moose balls. Big ad moose.
Oh, yeah.
And then we got kilt, which is CILT, right? We got cantu, which is CNTU, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of this is like a fucking magic spell.
Don't read that. It's,
EJ's got an Admoose body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's kind of gross.
Yeah, it's big and lumpy.
He's an Icknoose.
EJ, for those of you that are anime nerds, EJ has the body of one of the things that eat people in the anime Attack on Titan. Those big, giant, big for nothings that just pick people up and eat them. That's what EJ looks like. Yeah, the Titans.
So, okay.
And I got a list of probably like 50 words that are just shit, misspelled, ab shit, shit and slossin, hill shit.
Shit and slossin.
Shit, like,
cereal.
Tom, I know the moment you've been waiting for. We got slurs in order: race or color, creed or religion, sex or gender, and then sexual orientation. I'll just give you a couple good ones from each category. Oh, soba, al-madahu, Zenkepski.
Okay, because they're in different languages.
They're all crazy. Yeah, they're all crazy.
Hold on, that's a good. In Scrabble, can you spell in different languages, or does it have to be one universal language and then you stick like, all right, this is English only?
Yes.
How do the rules go, Ross? You know board games.
This is the English list, Tom.
Okay.
I don't know. These are like archaic spellings that they accepted up to now. Like you fucking Akis, you Hickmost.
Yeah, all right. It's a bunch of nonsense.
What about Jodfa? Is that on there? My mom used to yell out of her sunroof of her Nissan Maxima at people in traffic and call them Jodfa butts.
What's that mean?
I don't know. I always assumed it was terrible. Jodfa. Look up Jodfa. Jodfa butt.
I think it means you're a real acnini foop.
So, Ross, let me ask you, because you know how to spell and read and all that. So, because I started watching this Netflix documentary on like
How to Read by Netflix.
But it was like spelling bee champions and stuff, and like there's kids that like just this all they do. Like there's this whole
it's crazy.
There's a whole underworld of spelling championships. But so when I'm watching these guys. Do you think, and I'm guessing it's different for everybody, but when someone throws out a word, are they visualizing it and then spelling it from where they visualize the word, or are they spelling it by pronunciation and by sound and by you know what I'm saying? Like, is there?
Depends on the
person.
It
varies.
Yeah.
Okay, I always wondered if like
everybody learns differently.
I think it would depend on your spelling style, right?
Yeah. So
my understanding is that most of your good spelling bee champions go to root words. They learn the Greek and the Latin and everything, and they know the root words, and so they know, okay, that's pronounced this way. It's going to be spelled that way, and they break it down like that.
Yeah, at that point,
they deconstruct the word and then they figure it out.
I'm not a good speller, and I'm an English major, but I was a creative writer.
Okay.
And I'll tell you that a lot of those guys that Ross is talking about, once they get into like conjugation and knowing like Greek and Latin, then at that point they're just using. It's almost like word math at that point because they know what can equal what. You know,
so they're like, this is a Latin origin, so it's
so the conjugation and the tenses and everything. They know the equation to make it work every time. I don't gravitate to that because I don't like math. That's hence the reason I'm conversational style, and I am a kind of a dum-dum.
So they're using that formula to figure it out. Plus, probably they've got an insane photographic memory that they've looked at so many words and like, you know, they'll like, all right, this is most likely spelled like this, and okay, gotcha.
That's how my wife does it.
Your word memorizers are more your Scrabble guys, because I don't know if you remember, like years ago, I came to you guys with a story. A guy had won a French Scrabble tournament not knowing French. He just memorized the list of words.
I remember that.
And won the tournament because he had the list of words memorized.
And the French were so happy that he had no idea what he was doing.
They paraded up and down the Eiffel Tower.
The people that can do that have the ability just to like
read.
Yeah, read.
There's that. Amazing. Well, he was reading. Amazing. That's why he couldn't get the last word out. He was actually reading from his cue card, Ross. And
it's the photographic.
He fucking blew it.
I can't even comprehend the photographic memory of the people. Like,
please tell me you're drinking hot coffee while you're sweating your ass off in your attic.
What are those tubes in the background, Ross? What is that?
What are the tubes?
You don't have tubes for aliens to run around in case you get aliens in your house?
Oh, it's in your garage. I see. There we go.
Oh, you just thought, what do you think? He was in his living room and he's got the tubes running through? Number one show. There he is.
The lot of hot air coming down
He's
from
sweating
the.
his ass off.
Oh, let's get him inside. My God.
Yeah.
Well, great job.
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna smoke weed when you guys are done with this.
Well, brother, we love you. Great job. Always a pleasure to have you. Come in and grace us with some news. I really appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Let's do it again if you can, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
You got it, brother. Remember, that is Ross McCoy, and
Yeah.
check out his podcast.
Yeah, the
Talks
Orlando
with Ross, the
Yeah.
Orlando podcast, and
It's the Orlando Talk Show.
Yeah, the Orlando Talk Show.
yeah.
Sorry, not the Orlando podcast.
Yeah, if you look it up, you'll find it everywhere. So it's good to hear from us.
TOTS. Yeah, really, really good. Good stories. Let's take a little break. See if I got my music dialed in now because I was having a problem earlier. Oh, I got it. This is Noise. The name of the song is Price We Pay. It's punk rock. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Show at tomanddan.com if you want to get that last minute email in.
Breach open and breed despair. Behind bars is a curse somewhere we abide. The sanctity of lies.
Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan,
Tom.
Samantha, Butler, Tom, Butler, everybody. We'll wait for Sam. Hi, we're here.
What do you guys got going on?
My
this
God.
weekend?
Tonight, you guys can make fun of me, but you might be looking at the newest Dance Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Tell us about
daughter.
this.
My daughter got pulled out of her dance camp by her teachers. This is cool. I don't normally. I say some things that probably will come back to haunt me.
Horrible.
Yeah, I say bad things about how my daughter's dumb and a chopper. And,
Yeah.
But she got she got singled out by her dance camp, and they said, "Hey, she's got some ability
She got
that
the goods.
we think we can mold, and would she like to audition to be in the company dance troupe?" Now, again, it's the littles, like they have different, levels, and then eventually you get up to you start doing it professional, like our friends like Summer. Aiello, she professional dancer, professional singer, does it. Her daughter, arguably an amazing dancer. So something sort of like that. So they asked, would she like to audition? And we didn't know what to really do with it. Like, I didn't know how I was going to handle it. But I said I'd just let May decide, because I think that's only fair. Now, there's two ways of thinking on that. Like some people think, no, you need to, get them involved or force them to be involved or whatever. But, no, I just went ahead and just said, hey, let's ask her. She said she wanted to do it.
Well, this one was for a different group that's more advanced, right, or something like that. Specialty?
It's for a company group. It's not for just it's not just taking classes. It would be like the team, where they go and compete and do all the dance stuff.
Sport auto group.
Yeah,
Dance squad.
Yeah, like the Sport Auto Group Monster Dance Squad. Yeah, of course, just like that. In fact, a lot of people don't know this, but when I joined the Monsters as a producer, my goal was to still be working there right now and then eventually have a baby.
Then have her be
in the Monster Dance Squad. But alas, that never happened, and I'll never forgive myself. But anyway, so she did audition, and damned if she didn't get picked. And so tonight at 5, when I leave here, I got to go drunkenly have a Zoom meeting with all the other dance moms.
All right.
Because I'll be drunk. I'll be like, hey, it's amazing, Dad.
Oh, I can't wait.
Let Andrea handle it.
I can't wait where you're going to be traveling from city to city. It's going to be,
but I got a sweet satin jacket on in tiny little dukes.
Once you factor in, your dues and then the hotel.
Do I get
to
put that fake tooth in her mouth?
Oh yeah, the
honey,
chomper,
the flipper.
The flipper,
Yep.
yeah. Oh, that thing costs a good.
How about tiaras and the huge trophies, Grand Supreme?
Yeah, you turn into like a baby Bobby Billy kind of personality.
All right, I can do this. I can do all this.
The flipper is like 1900. The costumes alone, I got someone was telling me, I think it was Falconer Jones is
Oh, does his daughter do that?
Oh, he's got 2 daughters and like a some sort of dance class. That's like
I'm coming for you, Falconer.
international dance class. He told me he's like the costumes alone were $3,400.
Oh, yeah, I can't afford that.
Oh, you're
gonna see a lot of
laugh.
weird charges on the old corporate card, like sequins and.
This all I hear from this is gonna cost you so much money.
Yeah, I got to do that. So I will be doing that later tonight. And hopefully she'll do it. I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
I think it's cool to get her involved in some stuff.
Yeah, no,
it is sad though. I was talking to Sam about this earlier. It is a little sad to see how they have to do things now because like she's even in a little camp now, and they have to do everything. They do such an amazing job, but every kid is in a 6-foot square. They have a designated area. They have to stay in it. They can't leave it. Mm-hmm. When I look at it, like, it just doesn't jive. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, because everything's all fucked up and weird. So they got, they're at dance camp. It's Frozen Week, and my daughter's in her outfit and doing the dance, and then Elsa's up there singing, and they can't even get close to it. It's just weird. It's fucking weird.
I got the text right here. I found it. It says, if you ever want to hear the scam that is competitive Irish dance, I know all about it. $5,800 in custom dresses.
Oh my god!
And then
this isn't Irish dance.
No,
this is like.
But that's where it's heading
No,
towards.
Maisie does she does like booty dancing.
What?
Yeah, like she taught me a dance called the mermaid shuffle, and you'd sit and you'd like wiggle your tail, and then you do a lot of body rolls.
Yeah.
Where you're popping your titties out. Pop the titty, pop the titty.
When the competition comes, she needs a custom sequin mermaid tail, custom made. That'll be $1,900.
Yeah, you go. And then she does this thing where she's like, boom, 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 shake, boom, boom, pop a titty, pop.
Dude, all these
like that.
From all the parents, and
I'm pretty good at it.
It's gonna get me too. Like every parent talks about whatever you get your kid into, it's all about money eventually.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
All these are businesses, so
they are.
They've figured out over the time, like, all right, whatever your kid's into, whether it's dance, whether it's soccer, anything, volleyball is the biggest one. There's all these ancillary businesses that surround this, or the costumes, the extra classes, the whatever is the travel, the fees, the trophies.
My niece has like a $600 swimsuit she wears for competitive swimming.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
It's a huge business and kid, because you know why? It's like they got you.
Fuck, this is why I don't have kids.
What parent is
expensive.
gonna deny oh, I need this for, and all the other kids have the costume.
Well, I didn't think she'd say she wanted to do it. Like I was counting on that old Dennis, nah.
Quitting mentality.
Mm-hmm. And no, she was like, no, I want to do it. She's more like her mom.
No, yeah.
So,
no,
I mean,
it's here's the thing. Ultimately, it's the best for her, and it's good for her, for a million different reasons. Just laugh at the expense. Oh,
yeah. Well, I'm not worried about the expense because, whatever. I mean, there's credit cards. You can max them out. I mean, you can go in debt doing this. What I'm worried about,
just
wait
dip
for
into
it.
a college fund.
Wait for it. Commitment. I'm worried about the commitment.
Oh, you get your wife to do all that.
Now, luckily, it is kind of like that. Luckily, I could play the stereotype. I don't want to because I love my daughter too much. But I could play the stereotype of dance is for girls if I really wanted to.
Well, you show up at the recitals and all that.
The big stuff.
You don't have to go to the day-to-day, training and all that.
Yeah. And if I do, I just wait outside in my King Ranch Ford F-150 with my boot on the accelerator, with the hazards on outside of the dance studio, just waiting for my daughter to come out and get in to go home, right?
I'd like
you do.
It'd be interesting to see, because I've been wanting to try to get Tommy and Max into some shit because they're not into anything. They just want to.
Well, they like video games.
Yeah.
They like swimming. Why don't you get them in competitive swimming? They're great swimmers.
Because they're lazy like me, and they hate doing things with other people and being into clubs and stuff.
So
far,
no hand in the middle.
Yeah. I imagine.
Although I see it in Tommy.
I don't know. Yeah. But I want to get them into that because it's going to be better for them. But I know that it's all just revolves around some sort of business.
Commitment and money.
Yeah. But that's what you have to pay for because there's free programs, but they're free programs.
It's funny. Yeah, Juan says it's literally your main job as a parent to force them to not be lazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I am doing a bad job.
You want to do some dump them out?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby, let's dump them out and play. I want to see your topics. Ooh, I want to also see your bottomics.
All right, dump them out. I'll say brought to you by Goldsmith Jewelry Shop on Lee Road. You want to get some custom-made jewelry or any jewelry for your significant other or anybody in your life, go talk to Goldsmith. Me and Daniel got both our wedding rings there.
Yeah, the ring I have on is from Goldsmith Jewelry Shop.
I got custom-made jewelry for my wife and earrings.
And when I get
Mother's Day
remarried,
ring.
my next ring will come
Yeah.
from Goldsmith Jewelry Shop.
Should be able to take the original back and be like, well, this is over, so can I have that for the next one?
No, you can't.
Right?
No, you can't. They'll just melt it down. Just do something different with it.
I just tell the next one thing. I've custom made this for you.
No, you got to do the move. You got to
They
pull
don't know.
in on your motorcycle because you don't have a car now.
Yeah.
You pull in at Goldsmith and you're like, kickstand. Go inside. Hey, can you wash the bitch juice off this one? Right? You got to say something like that. Yeah. And then they melt it down and then they make a new ring. Same shit. You give it to somebody else, you fuck them.
All right, what do we got here? What do we got first?
Butler customizing hats. We wrote this down on Monday. I don't remember what this was. But
What are you making hats? Are you making hats?
I think you used to. Oh, you said your friends in high school, you would like bend the bills for them.
Oh, yeah. So Butler ran a business when he was a kid.
Butler's
and-
done a lot of things in his life. He's like a Kramer Light.
Yeah, he is like Kramer Light. And old man Tom's like, yeah. But Butler said he was running a business where kids would charge, or you would charge kids for you to
get that distressed look.
to make their hats.
Yeah. You'd distress the bill and then rubber band and wet the bill to get the perfect curvature to the American
like
Eagle
an American
Abercrombie
Eagle.
hat. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and it was the
It's
tight.
a unique business.
Do people still run the tight
Oh yeah.
band? They do?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like that's a.
What is that?
That's a Midwest white frat boy look, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a frat boy thing.
Yeah. The
Fisherman
bill.
too.
It's like a tube. It's like a little.
The ends almost touch. Why is it so curved?
Well, no,
Too much.
you curve it to then it eventually folds out a little bit, and you get that perfect curvature.
Oh,
Yeah.
If you're touching, you've done too much.
I don't like a curved hat.
Yeah,
It
was too curved.
It makes you end up looking like a woodpecker. Or something. Like it's weird looking.
Hold on. So what was your
what was your profit margin here?
Your technique was better than anybody else.
He told me that guys would hit him up and be like, "Hey, I need this hat ready for Saturday."
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they would.
Pussy, man. I need my hat bent.
Oh.
What I would charge,
Nothing turns me on more than a curved hat.
That's what I was waiting for. Yeah.
It was usually like a case of Michelob Beast or some Natural Light or something like that. It was a shoulder tapping thing. You know, I was underage at the time when I was doing this.
So
stuff,
you're taking free beer to make hats.
Hey, the R word in social studies knows how to bend them hats.
Hey man, they give me the beer for it.
Hats by Dirt.
I like it. Like, I'll pay.
Welcome to Hats by Derp.
What about peg leg jeans?
Oh yeah, what happened with peg leg jeans?
What is peg leg jeans?
Okay, we started talking about his dumb hat thing, and then we started talking about peg leg jeans. I would wear Guess jeans, green label, not red. Red was girl, green was guy. And then you would get them your length, and then you would peg the jean leg. So you would. So I'll do it with my short. So you imagine this is my ankle. It's pretty close because I'm tiny.
Well, you taper them
fold
yourself.
That over, and then you'd fold all the way around.
Oh, like have a cuff?
And then you fold it again.
Oh,
the way around.
So are you making it tight?
And you'd make a tight, almost like your legs were so your jeans had a peg leg.
Yeah, that's like Breakfast Club kind of shit. That's, that's
yeah.
some old
It
school.
was like 90s, super
that's like
90s,
80s, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel's old man.
It's not 80s. I was born in 76. I was 4 years old in the 80s.
Tell us about how to put the pack of cigarettes in your own sleeve.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You motherfuckers.
When you were racing, you jump
Greaser.
out before
Yeah.
you go over the cliff.
Yeah.
Got him!
Yeah, the chopper and the full-blown R word are going to make fun of me. Okay. I got it. Yeah. Get it all out. Get it all out. Get it all out, choppers. What else?
Transparency in
cone?
water.
Oh.
I think you said Maisie now is she only wants clear water to be swimming. Was it Maisie? Somebody was talking about transparency in water.
Oh, this was your son's.
was it your son's?
Oh, yeah, okay, well,
we write a lot of stuff down and then we
Right,
don't
we
know who
forget
it
about it.
belongs to.
they,
Like they don't want to be in lakes where they can't see the bottom or something.
yeah, well,
Oh, that was it. Yeah, it was the
That
St.
was
I was
Butler.
being on the St. John's. Yeah, the terrifying.
It's you. I thought it was
dirty
a
ass
baby.
water.
Butler was swimming in lake.
I was
like,
about to say, they'll
Butler,
jump at the St. John's.
Butler goes, how often have you swam in the St. John's? And I'm almost like every year, like all the time. Like I'm never had a problem with it. And Butler was like, I cannot do that. I have to see the bottom.
Yeah, I'm with Butler.
Well, I mean, it was just gross.
As I've gotten older, like I need to see what's at the bottom of where my
come
feet are
on.
at.
I fell in a fucking noodling hole when I was out there the other day.
It's
Like,
not
it
a
was giant.
We don't noodle in Florida.
Or then it was a snapping turtle hole. It was massive. This fucking hole I fell into.
yeah.
And it was just like mud, tea water. They call it. They don't call it brackish because it's not
yeah.
salt water. It's just like tea water.
Oil.
That's
The
it.
cypress,
You're-
right? The cypress
Is it bad?
trees.
Virginia Brit. They, the Florida mud water.
Yeah.
You're scared of.
I have never felt bad about. I mean, like, yeah, it's a little warm, and yeah, there's some sticks and some leaves,
And
which
some
is
amoebas.
Seaweed
yeah,
and-
it's not like there's
You gotta
no
go in there.
seaweed. It's not like the ocean.
It's
you know,
like
it's
weeds,
like
though.
yeah,
Muck.
there's weeds. I mean, muck. Yeah, it's fresh water, and I mean,
fish bite your feet. You stand
I don't
on.
want that.
There's
Little
holes.
crabs
there's
biting you, no.
mysterious
there's no
holes.
crabs. It's fresh water.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, even in the ocean, if the ocean's not
Oh,
clear,
yeah.
I don't really
Oh,
want to get
brackish.
into it.
Oh,
yeah.
well, the ocean's never clear in Florida. You live in the wrong. You guys
Clear
both live
water?
in the wrong place. Barely, even in clear
no,
water.
Clearwater's beautiful.
It's not that clear.
No,
like
it's not like
pretty
the
damn clear.
Bahamas.
yeah, you're clearer and clearer as you go south. Like if you
They should call it almost clear water.
like even if you go scuba diving in like West Palm.
What about the springs? The springs are better.
I like
yeah.
the
yeah,
spring.
then you can
good.
see
Yeah.
everything.
We can all agree spring should
I
go.
thought about this
yeah.
weekend maybe trying to make a jaunt to the springs, but everybody goes there and then they pack out the parks, and then you're just you might as well be in Disney.
You know what we need to talk to? We need to talk to a law enforcement scuba diver or a firefighter.
I know one.
Search and rescue
I know
scuba
two.
diver. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Because
all right.
Because they have the most terrifying job that I could possibly imagine, in which they often have to get in this brackish doo-doo water. You know, it's caused by it's like
Movement.
tannic.
Yeah, and well, also movement just stirs it up. It
Well,
looks gross.
that and the
Leaf
leaves.
dander, it's all
Le-
stuff.
Yeah,
That's why I call it tea water.
The leaves stain the water, so it's literally like tea. That's why it's
Yep.
all brown. And anyway, so they have to
God,
get
I've
in
heard
this
that
water,
so many times I had to shoot myself.
and then they're search and rescuing a body, but you can't see.
No,
the
you only
visi-
know when the dead man's face is like at your face.
It's literally probably 5 feet visibility, maybe less. Like if anybody's gone down with a mask in the
My
St.
wife
John's.
just came in here, like looking at me, like, "Oh, here's where you are." Like, you know, I have to fucking work, right?
No, I came to get this stuff.
Okay, like she came in, she's like, "Oh, there you are." And then okay, sorry. All right, get out of here.
Bother the show.
Get out of here, you motherfucker.
Grab your leggings.
Oh, take them off.
Oh my god.
Don't tell me.
I told him about the double orgasm. I ate it good.
come on.
And that's bookends. You end and begin and end.
I think all the blues are for
Just
the.
get
for
out
the
of here.
family.
You're ruining the show. Get out of here.
So you get down, and if you swim to the bottom in tannic water, you can't even see it
No.
until
You hit it.
It's feet away.
Yeah.
Like, and there's that. Like, so I imagine it's the same deal with a dead body. If they're searching for a car or whatever.
I mean, it's like this. Here, look
you
at-
see,
look-
you're like, oh!
Look at the camera.
Like, how do you?
Hold on, I'm gonna do
the
it.
anticipation of that. How are you not freaked out?
I'm gonna do it. Here's what it would look like. Here, just like look at the screen and imagine you're like scuba diving. And here, I'm the dead guy.
Yeah.
Right? That's what it's going to be.
Right in your
Yeah.
face. So you must have encountered that enough
It's going to
times.
be like just like that.
How are you not freaked out? Like you go down there, like, fucking,
Here, I'll do
the
it
dead
again.
body's
I'll do it
coming.
And you got that like that weird because it echoes.
Yeah. And yeah. And you're only
What was that?
15 feet
That's
deep.
exactly what it's like.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrifying. You're right.
Who wants to do that?
No, it's terrifying.
You either you're dead inside or you got some sort of gene that makes you just calm all the time. What is it? Like you have zero
And you're gonna touch
anxiety
it, right?
whatsoever?
Like you have to.
Well, you search and rescue. You have to pull the
But don't you have don't you put handcuffs on them and you're just like dragging them or tying
No,
them
because you
around?
don't want to mess up the body.
Yeah, but I don't want to touch it. You
Yeah,
got
got
gloves
to.
on. At least you
Yeah.
got gloves
Gaff
on.
them in the neck and then you pull them.
No,
Jesus,
come on.
man.
Why not? They're already dead.
What are you
I'm
gonna
with
do?
Butler.
Well, it could be an investigation, and you don't want to compromise.
Well, just say,
it.
be like,
That's
ignore
true.
the gaff mark. That's where I got them.
Yeah. Mark it with a sharp
Mark
pen.
it. Yeah.
That's why the
That's
first-
me. My bad.
The first question, if you were
Why is there a gaff mark here? Well, because Butler did it.
on the application of search and rescue diver is like, are you a chopper? If you
yeah.
answer yes, like,
And
not
then
for-
go
not
to the
for you.
bottom. Did you do that too? It's like ignore all 18 questions. Go to the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
You should not be here.
yeah, that's it. You don't want to, not a job for choppers.
What about pizza burgers and smash burgers?
Oh, I made pizza burgers over the weekend. Find the it's in the Blondie and Bisto deal. I put the recipe on there, but basically it is a homemade treat that is hamburger, American cheese, pizza sauce, and bologna. And you put
Bologna?
it, and bologna, and you put it on the bread. Like the bologna is taking the place of let's say pepperoni. They're pretty damn similar.
Why not use pepperoni?
Yeah, I don't.
It's a little too rich. It's like a
Really?
little too greasy. Yeah, the bologna actually blends a little bit better. Like Spam or bologna blends a little better than pepperoni. Pepperoni is better, like almost on its own as a diced or yeah. But anyway,
Weird.
yeah, I made them, and so it led me to want to put this on the list to ask you guys: are there any treats from your childhood that you've ever tried to recreate? The only thing I could try to think about for you for a topic would be Chicken Kitchen, because I've heard about it. I have no idea what it is. You swear to me it was like a thing, but you make it your own. You know what I mean? Like so.
There's a franchise down in Miami. I think it's a franchise
Yeah.
called Chicken Kitchen, and basically it's just shredded chicken and a pita with sauces and
It's good.
or like having a pita or over rice, but it's just like a rice bowl with
Yeah,
rice,
it's great.
black beans, chicken, and then the curry sauce. So Crystal learned to make it.
It's good.
Yeah.
She
but
made it for me.
Yeah, but I didn't really eat that growing up as much.
Yeah, pizza burgers were something I had at a church youth group, and I had my mom reach out to the lady that made them, and damned if the lady, number one, still alive, number two, had the recipe. So I have the recipe. I made them last weekend, and everybody really liked them. I'm probably not going to make them again because it's straight diarrhea, but they were good. Yeah, it was really,
Dude,
really
there's
good.
a chicken kitchen on OBT.
No, really?
Yeah.
What?
They got a fajita raparito. I want that.
Fajita raparito.
I think you're being requested to switch
Hey,
the
bring your
camera.
wife Chicken Kitchen.
Yeah, surprise
You
her.
should. Surprise her with Chicken Kitchen.
That'll be a good idea. I'll forget about it as soon as the show's done. I'll
try and
gone.
remind you.
The worst time to have a broken toilet.
Anytime you have to go to the bathroom?
No, I deuced it up at home, took a big old do, and I flushed, and the chain broke.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an easy fix.
Yeah.
Well, you pull up the flapper and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
let
yeah,
the water
yeah,
go
yeah,
down.
yeah.
It took me a while to realize that I could simply do that.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it took me to the point where I'd gotten dressed to go to Home Depot, and there was shit in the toilet before I even did that.
Yeah, even if your water's turned off, you can go get a bucket and scoop water out of your
Yeah,
pool,
and it'll flush it down.
and then just put it in the back. A toilet doesn't need anything. You gravity.
Like our toilet here is broken.
Yeah.
I fixed it.
Yeah, but
We
it's
zip-tied
a
it,
long flush though now. It
Oh,
used
you
to be
got
a
to hammer
short
the
flush.
you got to hammer thing.
Yeah, you got to hold it down because
Yeah.
we are.
It's fixed like my dryer. It
What's
works.
too short? The connection between the lever and the flapper in the bottom is too short. So when you push it, you're just getting like a little, like a flush. You need like a bigger flush. Hence the reason it doesn't go down. So
And they purposely make the flappers like disintegrate over time, right?
I believe
so
that.
it's like it's like why Crocs had a bad run.
Yeah.
Because they made them too good and they never deteriorated.
Correct.
And therefore you buy one pair of Crocs for life, and then they found out the business model is bad. They made them too good.
Yes.
So the flappers, they purposely make them bad so you have to buy more because you don't want an indestructible flapper.
Right.
Because then the flapper business would be bankrupt.
But like for me, it was like I went in there and I realized I only really needed the chain. Like the handle worked, the lever worked, the flapper was fine, but it just didn't. I had the problem with mine was that my flapper was controlled by a plastic piece. I think ours is like that too.
Yeah.
Instead of a metal chain.
Yeah, it's
To me,
garbage.
the metal chain is better
Yeah.
than the plastic. The plastic will disintegrate.
Yeah.
The metal will rust eventually, but it takes a lot longer.
Yeah,
than
I
plastic.
think it takes a long time. So, what I did is I bought the replacement parts, went home, pulled the flapper, pulled the little lever, everything out, and then just replaced that. I didn't have to replace the big, the thing that goes up and down for water level and any of that. It's garbage.
You would think that there would be some. I mean, I know they have the toilet seat that sprays your butt and all the aftermarket.
I've
stuff.
seen it. It's
You
the
know.
1-2. Have you seen the 1-2?
What do you mean?
The 1-2, and I almost bought it, is this new lever, because I think you were going to ask. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I thought you were going to ask that there's been no
advancement in the actual
There has.
engineering of
There
the toilet.
has, and I'd never seen this, and probably the chat room's going to tell me I'm an idiot, but so there's this new thing that you can get where you install your handle on your toilet, you install your lever, you install your chain and your flapper, right?
Uh-huh.
But your lever's a little bit different in the fact that if you push up, it's a 1 gallon flush, and if you push down, it's a 2 gallon flush. So down is for doo doo, and up is for pee pee.
Okay, I've seen those. But
I had never heard of anything even remotely close to that.
My Crystal's grandma at her condo down on Marco Island has a button. She bought a new toilet that has a button 1 for 1, 2 for 2.
I've never seen that.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
No.
And then it's like little water, a lot of water.
I've seen that even at bars and stuff.
Never seen
In
that.
England, they have those. It's like the center buttons for pee-pee, outer buttons
Yeah,
for
it'll have
poo-poo.
one
But this thing
droplet
is-
for pee-pee and 2 droplets,
Yeah,
2 water droplets for doo-doo.
Theirs are like electric powered though. It comes out with a fury. Like I couldn't break a toilet in England. It was impossible. So much force.
Why am I just getting on? I thought it was one flush for all.
Hold on, but is water
Metallica.
actually being forced down there?
Yes, yeah.
But
Th-
through
there's
some sort of jet stream?
some sort of pump, that pumps it through.
Right.
You can hear it when people flush. You hear like the pump kind of turn on.
Kind of
It's
like
forces it.
like an airplane toilet?
Kind of. I think it's due to the old plumbing that's outside, and it just helps give it a good kick in the ass.
I want that.
So do I.
A lot of people are chiming in. They got
2-pump system.
They got the 1-2. I don't have a 1-2.
I don't either, but I've definitely seen them a
For
lot.
me, I'm one flush only. I've never used a toilet where you have a button for pee and a button for poo. Never done that.
I just like to hold it and I drain extra waters.
You're such a fucking
I do that here.
Turn the
I
sink
do that
on in the
here.
shower while I do it. Yeah.
Instead of doing double flushes here, I just hold it down till it swirls and then all of the fragments are moving. And then I let it go down. Because there's nothing I hate worse than, you flush, you're washing your hands, you look over, and there's a piece of lettuce floating.
Come on.
Well, that's people are going to barf. If they
Oh,
see
do we
it.
want to jump to the BDM thread about breaking things due to rage?
Yes.
fuck, yeah.
Let's
Forgot
end
about
with
that.
Yeah.
Let's end with
let's
that and then
that.
jump camera because you've been stuck on Butler for
Oh,
a
I'm
minute.
so sorry. I thought
I thought you were trying to get him to show us 4 inches.
No, I hit the wrong button.
So during
I forgot
the
why
week,
we brought this up.
we talked. Yeah, we on ACT some show.
Yeah, it just came up in random conversation on ACT about I contend that the Xbox or the personal computing controller and TV have been smashed more than any other item in the world, especially the Xbox or the PlayStation remote. Just blanket statement, any gaming remote has been thrown more than any other household item.
Yeah.
And then people, that led us to talking about anger and people weighing in. And then you did a poll, right? Did you get the final numbers?
So let's see.
Because I got a lot of voicemails. I'll pull them up now.
My TV remote, my bedroom, it sounds like a baby rattle. There's like just loose plastic floating around in there.
From you smashing it?
No, it's just because it falls off the tile onto the tile floor all the
I
time.
have 435 people saying that they have,
crazy,
and 157 people saying that they have not.
So the vast majority have broken
Some
something out of
personal
rage.
item of theirs out of rage. We got the first one was I threw a printer out of my front door after it ate like 40 shipping labels, and I was going to have to manually redo every single one along with 40 refund requests. I got a bad habit.
Load letter.
I got a bad habit of
That's
throwing my
bad.
phone. House phone. That's I don't know. Still that smashed a chair and threw it through a wall.
God damn.
Played a lot of fighting games growing up. Guilty Gear, Smash Tekken, Soul Calibur. Broke a few things. Kicked a dent in my old car in high school and got so pissed at it that I sat on the trunk and kicked the dent back out.
All right.
A lot of. I'm
God
assuming
damn.
that drywall counts. Yes, drywall does count. My wife got so pissed she broke the door off the hinges. That's some power, right?
It's a beautiful woman.
I used to have a Kyocera cell phone that would explode on impact. I was always able to put it back together.
I imagine that phones...
Ross McCoy chimed in.
Whoa,
He says, I have a system for it now. When I get that mad, I just go out back and break a coffee cup. Now I have a fire pit, and I don't even need to pick up the pieces. So he just breaks a
and
coffee
then he
cup.
uses the coffee cup pile as a fire pit.
Oh, it's super fancy.
One lady says,
Welcome to Le Trash.
I got into a fight with my husband. He broke one TV, so I broke the other.
Oh
Most
my-
expensive fight ever.
Yeah.
What are you
It's got to be the
fucking
worst
doing,
feeling
my
ever.
God? What the fuck, people?
I'm no Kyle, but I have punched some drywall.
I've punched drywall.
At least drywall is easy to repair.
Yeah,
like it's
it is.
all of what less than $10 to get
$7.
a drywall
Still gotta
patch
hit
and
that
mud
beam though.
Although
Yeah,
it's,
patch of mud, $7.
but it's a pain in the ass because then you got to patch it, then sand it, then repaint. It is a process that takes
I did it, yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, it never quite looks the same.
Or you just put a picture. No, I know. I know the drywall guy that's at my house. I'm like, how it doesn't look perfect every goddamn time. I'm like, this is not rocket science. Like, you just put the mud and then you let it dry, then you sand it. Then you put knockdown on to match the fucking knockdown, and then you repaint it. Look exactly. You should be able. Every time I do it, it's like I see the exact hole. Like I see it. Like every time, I've never been able to do it perfect.
I got a lot of these.
This person
like,
smashed their laptop. Hulk smashed their laptop
God.
about 12 years ago thanks to Poker Stars. Lost a roughly $2,000 hand.
I can see that.
Yeah. Wrapped my weed eater around a tree and broke it in half.
Yeah, I can see that.
Golf clubs.
Yeah, try this one right here. Let's try this one.
Hey, Tom and Dan, this is Jeremy in South Carolina. I was weighing in with my rage destruction story.
Lots
a
of
couple
them.
years back when I was younger and dumber. I would get drunk and play Halo Reach on the Xbox. And at one point I was so drunk and so irritated that I was losing several games in a row that I went to pick up my Rolly computer chair and fling it, and instead of flinging it away in a safe direction, I lodged it by its wheels in the ceiling of my apartment and had to have my wife give the office a call to come and let them know there's been damage to the unit. And the story that my wife gave them was that she had a portable stripper pole that she had set up and was trying to do
that's a good
some
woman.
exercise.
She covered
and
for
it
you.
slipped and tore the ceiling up. And they bought it and they fixed it free of charge. But since then, I've had to put a little bit of a damper on the video gaming while drunk scenarios.
I will say that she probably did that more for herself because she was embarrassed that you were such a
embarrassed, yeah.
toddler that you lost a game and you threw a chair up into
I
the
wanted to
She's
give her
embarrassed her
yeah.
married to a guy.
Right.
I wanted to
So
say,
she's like, you know what? I'm going to say that it was my stripper
I wanted
pole.
to say you married a good woman, but no, she did that for her.
That's
and,
true.
and rightfully so. We got another one. Here's another one. I got tons, but these are the highlights. Tons.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Bofa. I just wanted to touch on
I know Bofa's done something.
have you ever been mad enough to like break some shit? And I feel like I have, but man, that's in my youth. Like that's a young man's game
No,
right there to like
it's
grab
not.
your shit and break it just because you're fucking mad. I mean, I think
You never met
everybody's
my dad.
probably done that or fucking punched a hole into
Some
the
people
wall
do
or
grow out of
whatever.
it.
But I feel like maybe people who still do that when they're older haven't matured enough. Like maybe they get stuck in like where their initial state of anger reverts back to like when they were 16 or something. I don't know. What do you guys think? All right. Love you guys. Peace.
I do think that it's more of a young man's game, but my dad never grew out of it. He didn't.
Some
In
people
fact,
don't.
I have a theory that while he laid, I promise I'm not going to make it morbid, but while he was fighting for his life at the hospital, I have a feeling that he got mad at his body. And he threw his heart against the wall.
That's why he died.
No, I honestly believe
like,
that he
"Fuck
got
this!"
so. He's like, "Fire!" And then that's it. You know, it was just like, I'm out. You know, I don't think that he died because he was holding it together. I think he died because he was like fit of rage.
What you're doing in that time, I think why you age out of it, though, is that you don't have the same, it's kind of like testosterone. Like everything gets
You're right.
dulled.
But it is not I will piggyback on what you're saying and say it is not a conscious effort to correct your behavior. It is a dulling of your behavior due to the natural dulling of your body.
Your chemicals.
You're dying. You're dying.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't go down because you wanted it to
So
go
it's not
down.
as heightened as it used to be.
Yeah.
And the rage isn't there. Although, like you said, some people, they still have that rage. But I bet after you've broken a couple expensive things and then you go through the remorse of like, God damn it, why now I have to pay a bunch of money to fix this, or I have to buy a new controller or whatever. Like that has got to change your behavior.
Not everybody, man. There's choppers like Butler, and then there's like extreme rage choppers.
Whoa!
Where they will fucking break their
I
own
thought I
shit till the
told you
day they
to
die when they get
never
mad.
mention extreme rage.
That's a disease.
Yeah,
almost.
it's anger. They need anger management.
Yeah,
is what
yeah,
they
I've
do.
never
They don't know
broken
how
anything
to.
in mine.
They don't know
I
how
can believe
to.
that. I can
not,
believe that.
Probably not on purpose.
But not
Yeah.
all choppers are like
Destroy-
Samantha
yeah,
says
yeah.
extreme rage choppers. You know, like just because you're a chopper doesn't mean
He's
that you
just
have,
silly, goofy
I
chopping
don't
for
see
fun.
you have maybe a little bit, but like I don't put you in temper problem categories.
There is a cool move if you can afford it and money's no object to you, where breaking your expensive shit just for the point of it
the Elvis
is a cool, the Elvis,
The
just
Elvis.
shooting your TV.
Yeah.
Because
breaking the brand new iPhone,
Breaking your
buy it and
guitar
breaking it.
on stage.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
but
Oh, that's probably the best one.
Breaking
That's
your-
not even rage. That's just
Yeah.
like there's like a style kind of aesthetic there.
It used to be a thing. Like, I'm going to break all my instruments at the end of this thing. You know, I wonder why. Has anybody done that after the 90s? Like,
Yeah.
Okay, that's happening.
Yeah, some punk bands still do it,
Okay.
you know. And a lot of
kinda
weird,
fallen
like,
out of favor, though.
lo-fi bands kind of do it. And, you know, I actually saw and I was very impressed. I actually saw a rapper do it, and I couldn't tell you who the rapper is.
Lil Wayne did it.
But at the end of his set, he kicked the DJ booth over, and all the records fell over, and like and
breaking everything.
It was pretty fucking cool, I gotta say. Like I was like, all right, I've never seen that
Mm-hmm.
before. Well done.
Also shows you how stupid humans are. We're all just
Yeah.
like, he's breaking things. Like, why are you cheering? Why are you happy that it make no sense?
Yeah.
We're all stupid.
Breaking the things that just made you money. What are you doing?
Like he's breaking this. He just made music. He's breaking it now. I was like, okay.
Nothing was better than when that BDM dropped the mic on the cruise and Dan really gave him the goods.
It was Dan. It was Daniel. And the only reason I was that mad is because
Well, it's not his.
I know wireless mics are expensive, and again, yes, it was not
Yeah,
his.
if it was his mic, drop
if
it all
was
day.
his, throw it overboard. I don't give a fuck, but it's not yours, you know. So don't break it. It's not yours.
Oh, that was super uncomfortable.
Oh, I loved it because I could see how uncomfortable Tom was.
I was sitting like 3 feet from him taking pictures of the entire
I always look at stuff like that like it's going to reflect poorly on us.
Well, of
you know?
course,
Like,
yeah, it was our
you know,
group in
so,
there.
Yeah. All right, want to get out of here?
Yep. Let's do it.
Anything to plug before we do so?
If you did order leggings, they are being shipped out today, so you'll get them soon.
Oh, I got to finish with one more thing. My wife, just to make you guys, just to facilitate the fact, just to reiterate and just bang it into your skulls that I am crazy. My wife dared me I was sitting in my camp chair out back spraying my daughter with a hose.
Yes.
And like a real trash dad would do. And my
All right, Buffalo Bill.
and I said I need to go to the bathroom, hold the hose and spray Maisie. And Andrea said, why don't you just pee right here? And she was being facetious and being funny. And I said, gladly. And I pissed my pants in my camp chair.
What kind of pants did you have on?
These blue chubbies I have on.
Really?
No, they've been washed.
Yeah, but still, that's a thick material.
Yeah, and underpants.
Way to fucking prove it.
If you were in board shorts,
marry me and see how it turns out. You will hate the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Poor Andrew.
Poor.
If you were in board shorts, it would be acceptable.
No,
but
I sat
no.
right here in these shorts and I looked at her and she goes, "Well, why don't you just pee in your pants right now?" Yo, it's fucking burning me, and I'm like, "I'll pee right now," and I was like. I did that movie. Remember the movie that had Steve Martin in it where they're like, I think it's Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, where he says, I need to use the restroom. And he's like, well, go ahead. And he goes, thank you. Like he did it right there. Yeah, that's what I did. I just pissed my pants.
Again, you're referencing an old super old movie.
Yeah, I'm like, I haven't seen that one.
Remember when Charlie Chaplin is waving his baton?
Yeah. So the name of today's show is Dumb Old Man Pisses His Pants. All right, let's get out of here.
Semantics.
Yes. What?
He doesn't even know what it is.
You can say something
it could
about
be a space shuttle, for Christ's sake. He doesn't know what semantics is.
So yeah, that's my podcast I do with my husband. This week we have Mo DeWitt from the DeWitt Law Firm.
Oh,
He's one of
I like
our
me some
sponsors.
Mo.
If you have any legal questions, please send them to show@semanticspodcast.com. They can be, legit legal questions or dumb legal questions. He answers anything for us. And also our buddy Carl Womack from the Creek Squad.
Why are you combining Carl with Mo?
Because Carl has a lot of legal issues, I feel like, that might get sorted out.
Carl is an interesting...
This is like a personal consultation.
He's a very interesting boy.
He is.
Yeah, he's...
It's not drunk Carl, right?
No. Well, it is.
No,
but it's
he actually hasn't been drinking. He's been keto crazy. He's lost a lot of weight.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Like last time I saw him, he's very drunk.
It's not the
That's true. That's the 2-year, right?
Not the guy that calls us.
Level 10, Carl?
Yeah, no, let's do our PSA. Like Tom and I talked about this, and this is a PSA, and I'm just gonna throw this out there. And we're making the show longer than we want to, but fuck it, who cares? Guys, when you call into the show, do not sound like this, especially if you are driving a vehicle.
Tom and Dan, question here. Say you went to bed and you wake up and all of a sudden you got someone in your house.
Don't
Is
drive.
that Cajun accent
No,
or just drunk?
It's level 10 Carl, and he's drunk and he's driving.
Carl.
Guys, look, come on. Get as drunk as you want.
I hope his wife is driving.
Get as drunk as you want. Don't drink and drive.
Do not do that.
Do not do that.
Okay.
Yeah, see, just don't. I'm not going to play anymore. It gets way worse and way.
Not
it's bad.
that Carl is going to be on my show, so don't.
What if he called me? He's like, I was flying. And we're like, touche? Sorry.
Well, wait, he's flying the plane himself. It's okay.
I don't understand.
I did see him drunkenly do a skip contest with his other drunk buddy in the streets.
Yeah.
Did you see that video in the BDM group?
Well, no, he's on this. Here.
The fuck is this? Yeah, I don't know. That happened this morning. I wake up and I get woke up by something in my house.
Smoker's cough.
It's just, no.
I will tell you that, so my AC stopped working.
That's good.
I think
the orb is strong.
Yeah. This happened
Not
this
in
week.
your house, right?
No. That's perfect. American Air and Heat's great. In my
car.
In my WRX.
No.
We thinking a rock hit the evaporator or condenser or some shit, which caused it caused a mass catastrophe with my whole system.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so I was driving Wednesday or Thursday with no AC, and it's
Welcome to the club, buddy.
My God! It. By the way, it was
yours
101.
is out too?
Yeah, mine doesn't really work.
Oh, we need to fix
It's never really worked that way.
Okay.
So I was driving with the windows down, and at every stoplight, everyone, I'm like, and there's only a few between here and I-4.
Not many.
And then one on 436 when I get off to go to the gym, whatever. But
there's 6 between here and your exit.
I smelled marijuana at every stoplight.
Yep. Oh,
and,
yeah.
and I was like, and I never,
Yes.
I mean, obviously, especially during the summer, you never drive with your windows down, but I was like,
Every day on the way home from here.
I smell marijuana at every stoplight. Like every single person smoking weed in the car.
Yes.
Everybody.
You should just look over and what do you see?
Yeah.
Butler.
That guy.
I was like surprised about the amount of marijuana smelled at every stoplight.
You know what's even more weird is going through it like right before the theme parks got shut down. You know, we hit the sweet spot where if we went to Epcot or Magic Kingdom or something like that, we'd be walking around with the family. And I don't really bring anything to the parks just because I don't want to slow Andrea and Maisie down.
I love marijuana, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I was surprised at how much I smelled it.
I just don't normally travel with it, especially at the parks, because I'm going to have to leave it in a car or something. Yeah, so I don't do it. But the whole
take the pills.
Disney was just all weed. I mean, the whole thing is just, it all smells like weed.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah. You think, too, like, why don't you just take the pills? That you don't have to smell. There's not a heat up. But
people like the immediate.
Yeah. Not as fast.
They might have road rage.
I want to wait 2 hours before I get
I
home.
like that. It's coming.
Anything to plug before we get out of here?
Yeah, if you go support BDM owned business Six Flags Mulch and Nursery, they're actually they're doing a great deal. If you actually spend $100 or more, they got some awesome the tiki hats there available, straw hats.
Nice.
They're sold out online right now. We made an order for some, but they're probably 2 weeks out. So
I don't know when we're getting them.
Actually, if you want a summer straw hat and the original Floridan and Tom We Trust one with the cabana print underneath, Six Flags Mulch has it, and Travis is right. They still have, I think, we sent them a bunch. So, go by there this weekend. I know I'm getting topsoil from them because putting grass in my front
Seth's
yard.
getting ready to get a fountain put in for his turtles.
Yeah.
They do aquascapes there. They do
aquascapes and mulch and all that stuff.
So he's finally going to the professionals to get it done so he doesn't lose or kill any more turtles. Nice. All right. He's learning something.
Six Flags Mulch in Longwood.
Sam, plug your podcast, please.
She did.
Oh, yeah, she did.
SamanthasPodcast.com or sign up for my Patreon.
Yeah, the Patreon's what I was really more concerned about. Sign up for that.
That's it.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Guys, thank you so much for listening. We certainly do appreciate it. TomandDan.com for all things Tom and Dan. On YouTube, just search Tom and Dan Live, and Twitch, if you're watching right now, it's always at Tom and Dan Live. Anything else?
That's it. See you guys.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.